This broadcast of Shepherd Rams football is brought to you by La Bella Vita and tailor-made Deep Creek Vacations and Sales. Go to deepcreekvacations.com for more. And by Smallwood and Small Insurance. Go to smallwoodandsmall.com or visit them at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. We thank them for their support of Shepherd Rams football on WRNR TV on YouTube and TV 10.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. Shepherd and Notre Dame getting ready to do battle. Hayden August Scriven will tee it off, and the Rams will kick deep to the Falcons, and it will be taken back for a touchback to begin this ball game. Nick Verzley, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us for Rams football on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Shout out to our crew, John Alderton, our on-site producer, Matt Miller, Donald Kinney, and Harry Brown on cameras, and Colin McLaughlin back in the studio, allowing us to bring the game to you. Today is, as we mentioned, Notre Dame will start on offense, a veteran offense for the Falcons. Chris Brim, the starting quarterback, he'll run out there to begin this ball game. Brim in the shotgun formation with a 3-receiver set from the 25. Brim goes play action, rolls out to this near side and completes. Caught by Jeremy Hamilton, senior, the 5'7" wide receiver.
Chunk plays are always good to start the game, and we at 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, 5-yard pickup there as the ball moves out to the 30-yard line. Pistol formation here for the Falcons. Rams showing a little bit of blitz, now back off. They'll hand it off. Big hole up the middle for a first down, running hard. It's a new running back for the Falcons. It is Jalen Boyd, the 5'8" junior, not listed as one of their starters. But Boyd getting a carry there. And first down and 10 for Notre Dame from the 40-yard line.
Great job by Boyd there to get through the front 7.
They'll fake it to Boyd. Brim fires over the middle, complete once again. That is Davis Patterson, the 6'4" wide receiver there on the outside, making a nice catch over the middle. Move the ball to the 46, so it'll be 2nd down and 4.
Obviously, if you're Shepherd defensively, you want to get into a little bit of a rhythm, stop them, no gain on a couple of plays.
So far, though, that has not been the case. Notre Dame coming out looking good. They'll go to Boyd again, and that one just about a gain of 1 on the play as the Rams scramble to the football, make the play. The initial Ram on the tackle was Ricky Robinson, leading the way, the big defensive lineman.
And that was really kind of what I just mentioned they needed to do is, minimal gain, put them in the 3rd down here.
Say no gain on that play, so just getting back to the line of scrimmage was Boyd, so it'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Falcons with about 13 minutes to go in this opening quarter on the first drive. Brim adjusting at the line of scrimmage. Shepherd crowd trying to get into the heads of Notre Dame. They'll go Boyd, and on 3rd down and 4, he gets no gain again.
That's what you want if you're the Shepherd Rams. Stop them, and they're at about midfield. Who knows that between the 40s, that's definitely where you want to flip the coin, decide if you're going to go here, especially early in this contest.
I would think you punt.
Is there a flag on the field? No. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a penalty. I think it was offsides against the Rams. So that will be a 5-yard penalty and a first down.
So much for forcing them to punt. You got to stay on sides if you're Shepherd. So
move it to the Ram 49-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Brim in the offense. Staying in that pistol formation, Boyd the back directly behind Brim. Now he moves in motion out to the left side. Brim looking to throw, slings it over the middle, complete. And making the catch is Jeremy Hamilton. Hamilton down to about the 34-yard line. Notre Dame looks good early, Spencer.
Yeah, definitely early, and they're just getting the ball out, and their receivers are getting open and breaking some tackles.
Hamilton with his second catch of the early going. Hamilton and Patterson, the receivers to the far side. Conlife, the receiver to the near side. Boyd in the backfield. Play action looking for Conlife. He gets the catch contested. And a nice catch there. Good coverage. But again, Conlife over to out-muscle Clayton Batten, the redshirt freshman who got some action last week. The Rams have been a little bit beat up at corner, so Baden has stepped up and been that new corner for them. It's another first down, 1st and 10 now from the 21.
Well, when you can get the slant working, the inside slant there, and get in front of the defensive back, you're going to catch it if you can catch the ball.
Brim in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 21. Conlife goes in motion. They'll run again, and that time Shepard stacking it up a little bit quicker. Boyd, a junior running back from Cleveland, Ohio. Their lead guy today. Heading into the season, Dickerson and Lawrence have been their top running backs. Both with over 700 yards rushing. Dickerson over 800 yards on the season.
They're getting the call from the sideline here. Slowing it down just a bit.
2nd down and about 6 for the Falcons. They go Boyd again, running off the left side. And the Rams defensive line stacking that one up. Looked like Ricky Robinson in there again, along with Malik Holloway. Robinson, a tough guy to prepare for, one of the top defensive linemen in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference this season. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. No gain on the play. Actually, about 3rd and 4, we'll say. 3rd and 3 is the official number here as Brim with an extra back in the backfield on 3rd down and 3 with 10 seconds on the play clock. Brim takes the snap. They'll go Boyd again. Big hole. He has the first down. McDade making the tackle down to about the 5-yard line. A nice run for Notre Dame, and they have came out and just gone power football against this Rams defense and moving the ball for another first down.
Yeah, and if you're the Rams, you really need to just settle down and plug up those lanes there, because he looks like he's got wide open lanes from the offensive line from the jump, really.
So 1st and goal from the 6. They're aiming a power formation, just one wide receiver out to this near side. Boyd might have ran the wrong way, and Brim having to just run around and lose a few yards on the play. Looked like Brim was expecting Boyd to go to the left side. He ran to the right side, and that play did not work out for the Falcons.
Yeah, big confusion there for the Falcons, and it doesn't appear that as the quarterback that Brim can really kind of just run on his feet, kind of just improvise. It seems like he doesn't have that ability, because if he did, you would have thought he would have just started running. He kind of stuttered for a minute and then started to run.
And also, I think he lost his helmet on the play, so Deshaun Evans, the backup quarterback, will have to come in here for this 2nd down and goal now from the 7-yard line after the loss of 1. Boyd the back again here on 2nd and goal. And a flag comes in from that far sideline.
False start.
So the Rams could be in a situation where they bend but don't break, as now that will back them up 5. Will make it 2nd and goal from the 12-yard line.
And you get Brim back in.
Yeah, so that's a good thing, but obviously you don't want the penalty.
Yeah.
And that can happen when you have a new quarterback coming into the game, a different cadence than what the offensive line maybe is used to. But Brim does come back in, so that's a positive for Notre Dame here on this 2nd down and goal from the 12. Another whistle.
Just like a timeout. Or are they making Brim come out because they didn't technically run a play?
That is what they're going to do. They're going to send Brim back to the sideline. Even though he probably was checked already for the concussion, it wasn't a whole play. So that will result in Evans coming back in now as we reset this 2nd down and goal.
Interesting.
And a lot of time off the clock already. Just 8:40 to go in this first quarter.
On a rolling clock.
And they'll run a reverse play. There goes Conlife into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They'll strike first.
What a way to get Shepherd off of getting what they're used to seeing. That's a little trickery there with the reverse coming back to the far side for us, and no one there. There's just nobody there for Shepherd.
Yeah, they all kind of saw Boyd get that handoff, thought he was going to get it, and then Conlife on the reverse end-around type play, able to get to the outside and get into the end zone to take the early 6-0 lead. Extra point is up and good. 7-0. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Shepherd University Rams football on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Dear college sports,
there's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. 7-0 Notre Dame, 8:26 to go in this first quarter. And Spencer, that drive, Shepherd had to stop, but that offsides penalty really hurt them on that drive because it looked like they were going to stop them around midfield. But that offsides penalty resulting in a first down for the Falcons, and the Falcons take advantage of that and get into the end zone first on the Conlife rushing score.
Not only that, they took a huge chunk of time off the clock, nearly 7 minutes.
It's a good drive there for Notre Dame. But as we know, Shepherd has the offense and is capable of quickly scoring and getting right back in a tied ball game. Here's a short kick. Zane Lewis fielding at around the 15-yard line. Gets out to about the 26 before being brought down. And that's about where the Rams will take over there on the far hash. So Tyson Bagent in the offense, we talked about him being one of those nominees for the Holton Hill Award, which is for the most valuable player in Division II college football. And I'd say he probably has that locked up, or at least I would think he's one of the top guys to consider for it. Bagent in the shotgun here to begin this ball game with Ryan Beach and Jonathan Moss, the wide receivers, to the near side. Hebron the back on first down 10. Josh Gonterick, the lone man to the far.
Beach 32 yards away from a 1,000-yard receiving season.
Play action, quick pass complete on the far side to Gonterick.
And like I said, for one of my keys to the game was for Shepherd for Bagent to be able to get the ball out quickly. And first play, he gets the ball out pretty quick.
Good tackle there by Tavon Hooks, the senior corner, in coverage on Gonterick on the far side. Hebron the back to the right of Bagent on second down. Bagent completes Jonathan Moss, and a great tackle there in space. Brought down by Ron Salters.
Yeah, just about a yard away from the line to gain. So it'll be third down and short.
Yeah, third and about 1 from the 35-yard line. See what the Rams go to here. They'll bring Michael McCook onto the field. So a little bit of a more power formation. Gonterick and Moss go to the far side. Wetzel in there at tight end. Pistol formation with Hebron the back. On third down and 1, Notre Dame trying to get into it here on the sideline. Bajent will throw on 3rd and 1. Has the matchup he likes with Jonathan Moss there on the outside. It's a first down.
Yeah, great job by Bajent to find the matchup again and get the ball out quickly. If he can keep doing that, Shepherd can just keep getting bunches of yards at a time and get down the field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 41-yard line for the Rams. Opening drive for them after the Falcons took the ball down the field and were able to get 7 to go up 7-0 here in this ball game with 6:49 to go in the first quarter.
Bajent calls out an audible out there.
Bajent will run Hebron. Hebron lost the football, but it goes right into the hands of a Ram. And down to about the Greg Leonard is going to get credited with the pickup to the 44-yard line. Hebron early in the season had some issues hanging on to that football. That time the ball popped loose, but luckily for Shepherd, Greg Leonard was right there, and it ends up being a big pickup.
And right place, right time is all you can say right there for Leonard, because he could have just kept blocking down the field a little bit.
Ronnie Brown now the back here after the Hebron fumble. Be 1st and 10 from the 44. Blitz showing from Notre Dame. They'll run Ronnie Brown. Ronnie Brown with a nice hold down to about the 40-yard line. Stacking up the line was Nate Moore, the senior linebacker. 2nd down, about 6.
Able to get 4 there, and McCook comes out of the game.
Walker and Wetzel, the 2 tight ends here to this near side, 2 receivers to the far side for Bajent in the offense on 2nd down and 6 from the 40 of Notre Dame. Again, stacking that line of scrimmage are the Falcons. Bajent throws quickly, complete on the outside. There's E.J. Morgan. And a little bit since we've seen Morgan on the field. He's been out for a few weeks. They've been rolling with different wide receivers, but Morgan making that catch to make it a first down for Shepherd.
Yeah, and great job continuing by Bajent to be able to get the ball out fast because he knows that this pass rush is coming.
So 1st down and 10 now from the 34-yard line. Bajent sending 3 receivers to this near side. Gonteric, Leonard, and Beach, the receivers from left to right. Bajent, play action, throws over the middle, complete. Ryan Beach down to the 29-yard line. Beach, the redshirt freshman for Shepherd, has been their leading receiver. They'll mark him at the 28. It'll be 2nd down.
And again, great slant right there to be able to get the catch and 2nd down here inside the 30.
6-yard pickup. It's now about 29 yards away from 1,000 on the season for the redshirt freshman. 2nd and 4, they'll go Brown. Brown with a nice hole, spin move at the 24, spinning back toward the 15-yard line before he's brought down there on the edge.
I mean, he just broke the guy's ankles. I mean, able to get out there, get that spin move, and get inside the 20.
Antoine Holloway making the tackle.
Down to the 14.
Nice run by Brown. Again, he made the All-PSAC East first team. Started the year as probably the 3rd string running back. But Hebron had some fumbles and some injury issues early on, and Ronnie Brown, as he gets stopped on this play. Good tackle again there on the play by Nate Moore.
And it's really taken Shepherd to get all the way inside of the Notre Dame 15 to really have a stop on a play. That goes nowhere.
2nd and 10 from the 14. Moss, the receiver, to the near side. Gonteric to the far. Wetzel, the tight end, on 2nd down and 10. Bajent play action. He wanted Gonteric. Rolls to this near side. Completes. Jonathan Moss coming back to the football, making the catch. Just about a 4-yard pickup. Will be 3rd and 6 for the Rams.
And keep winding the clock here. It's about to go under 3 minutes. The Shepherds now had the ball for over 5 minutes.
Yeah, both teams methodically moving the football down the field early on in this game. Notre Dame taking the 7-0 lead on the Conlife touchdown. Shepherd looking to answer About 2:50 and rolling to go in this first quarter. Third down at 6.
Big third down here.
Throws near side complete. Jonathan Moss right at the sticks for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal as the Rams could pick it up without getting into the end zone from the 2-yard line now. Shepherd continuing to get those outside passes, and it seems like Notre Dame is trying to prevent big plays down the field, but the Rams are taking advantage of the underneath.
Well, again, taking advantage of the other underneath because Bajan's trying to get the ball out faster. And if he's trying to get the ball out faster, they can't go deep. You don't have the time.
Hebron in the backfield. We'll go to Ty. Ty running hard, lowers the shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Shepherd. 7-6 now with 2:08 to go in this first quarter.
Great job by the offensive line to just push and get those 2 yards. And now in pay dirt for Shepherd, PAT will tie the game.
Yeah, that big veteran offensive line for the Rams opening up that hole for Hebron, and he was able to power his way in for 6. 7-6 with 2 minutes to go in this first quarter, and Hayden August Scriven on to attempt the point after. Kick is up and good. 7-7 our score. 2:08 to go in this first quarter. This is Shepherd University Rams football on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium. Both teams scoring touchdowns on their first possessions of the ball game, and with 2:08 to go in this first quarter, Shepherd and Notre Dame tied up at 7. Nick Verzolini alongside me is not Travis Smith, Spencer Dupuy.
I mean, he's been alongside you for now, 12 games?
Yeah, for the majority of the season. But Travis
on vacation,
continuing to celebrate Thanksgiving, so know him today, but I got Spencer, and I'm used to Spencer after all those years at Marshall. So Hayden August Scriven to kick it away. Deep kick. Off the hands of the return man, and that will result in a bad return, only out to about the 11-yard line.
Wonder what the penalty is here.
Yeah, if that penalty backs it up, it could really hurt, but Tyler Malone couldn't really handle that kickoff, and Malone then sets up Notre Dame in a potentially really tough situation because also we have this penalty flag, depending on who it goes against, will really impact things.
I mean, I didn't really see what the call could be here as we await the actual
typically
call. Be a block in the back.
Yeah, it'd be a block in the back or holding.
I did not hear that.
It's weird, the official signaling toward us a lot more than usual. So it doesn't look like it's going to back anything up. So I don't really
They may have said no penalty?
Yeah, I couldn't hear exactly what the official had said. So we got first down and 10 now from the 11-yard line. 7-7 score. And Brim in the offense back on the field. Brim back in the ball game. He'll go Boyd, and Boyd with another nice hole out to about the 17 before being brought down.
And Antonio Fox came in to really finish that up, clean it up, as finally able to get him down.
Yeah, those Rams safeties, Fox and De Leon, they're not afraid to lay the boom. And again, Ponce able to play this week, which was huge after that targeting call that went against the Rams late in last week's ball game. Here's the dump down underneath. Good job by Shepherd to fly to the football. Malik Holloway making that tackle after Hamilton was stopped just short of the first down marker. Will be third down.
Again, Shepherd needs to make the huge stop here if you want to swing the momentum and continue it in your favor, because it seems pretty much an even playing field right now after both teams able to methodically go down the field as we're about to be under a minute left in this first quarter of play.
3rd down and 1 from the 20. Brim goes Boyd. Boyd has the first down before being stacked up eventually by Ponce de Leon. And then a little bit of, kind of extracurriculars on the play. Chris Lane in there as well.
A great job by Boyd to hesitate. He took the ball and he hesitated trying to find the right hole, knowing that he had blockers in front of him just trying to find the hole. And he found that hole, was able to get the line to gain in a few more.
Jalen Boyd again stepping up today. Here's another quick pass to Hamilton. Wide receiver screen, and Hamilton able to find some room. Kendall Duckworth flying to the football at around the 25-yard line. About a 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7.
Don't look like they don't need to run another play before the end of the first, but they may run one.
Seeing a lot of this extra offensive lineman. And I think Shepard might have jumped. Well, they didn't cross the line. They're going to go deep, and a great catch. John Chaney got beat in coverage. Leaping up and making the catch was Davis Patterson. And it's a first down for Notre Dame at around the 40-yard line. That'll be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7 our score. We're back in a minute with more Shepherd University Rams football on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme. Once you're in it, it changes you. Instead of one of one, you're one of many. A blissful sea of chaos. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. 7-7 our scores. We begin this second quarter on TV 10. Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis here on the call. Brim with the big completion, getting the ball down to the 37-yard line to Davis Patterson. Patterson now going in motion here on 1st down and 10. They'll hand Boyd. Boyd trying to get to the outside and running hard down to about the 31-yard line before being brought down on the play. So about a 6-yard pickup, make it 2nd down and 4 from the 31. Brim in the shotgun. And Notre Dame's been using Jason Solo a lot out there, a defensive end. They've been using him kind of as an extra offensive lineman. You can see him here on this near side, big number 93. Again, they'll send move Patterson in motion. They'll run Boyd again off that left side. Get him down to about the 30-yard line, about 1-yard pickup. Be 3rd down and 3. And Ricky Robinson at the bottom of that pile, along with Chris Lane in on that tackle.
Malik Holloway coming from the back end there to be able to get in on that gang stop.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. Mark it at the 29. 13.5 minutes to go in this first half. 7-7 our score. Brim in the shotgun, 2 receiver set. An offensive lineman moving there on that right side. It appeared to be Jimmy Bursett. That false start will hurt the Falcons because they had a 3rd and manageable at 3rd and 2. Still not, a too difficult 3rd down, but now it changes your potential play calls on 3rd down and 7.
Hey, somebody must inform the refs that we're up here.
Why's that?
Because they're looking this way and calling the penalties.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe they just don't know which way they're supposed to be looking.
Maybe that too.
Third down and 7 from the 34. Brim in the shotgun, 3 receivers set. They'll run up the middle with Boyd. He'll get down to about that 30, 29-yard line. So there'll be about a 4th and 2 again, where the line of scrimmage would have been if there wasn't the penalty on third down. And I think Notre Dame probably, since they ran that football, is going to go for it here on 4th down and 2 from the 29.
Yeah.
So big play early on in this ball game to potentially give the momentum back to Shepherd. On 4th and 2 from the 29, Brim in the shotgun formation. He'll look to throw. Fires, completes a wide open Patterson. First down, Notre Dame. Down to the 24-yard line. McDade in on that tackle for Shepherd.
And great job by Notre Dame here. So far they've been doing a lot of running. So obviously Shepherd's got to stay home and respect the running attack. But you just weren't able to get a guy there in coverage extremely well enough to make a play on the ball.
They are a very balanced football team. And Brim just a solid veteran quarterback. They can deliver those kind of plays on 4th down. First down, 10 from the 23. Looked like Boyd kind of ran into Brim. Brim using his athleticism to get down to about the 19, 18-yard line. Holloway and De Leon in on that tackle. Brim not known as a big-time runner, but can run a little bit. And it will show that there. 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5 from the 18.
Clock keeps rolling here, about under 11:30 left in this first half.
Patterson, the lone receiver to this near side. Conlife, the receiver to the far. They'll run Boyd again. He gets down about the 26. A host of Rams coming up and making that stop.
You mean the 16?
What did I say?
26.
No, I didn't mean to say that. So 3rd down and 5 from the 16. They'll run Solo off, and they'll bring Hamilton back onto the field.
It'll be a 3rd down and 3 now, and again, it'll be 2-down territory.
3rd and 3 from the 16. Boyd the bank to the left, the Brim. The stacked receiver set on both sides. Hamilton going in motion. They'll go play action. Brim looking for the corner of the end zone. He wanted Patterson to run a corner route. But he kind of stopped in the middle of the field, and the pass ball's incomplete. And it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit on now. So probably didn't feel comfortable with the field goal from a longer distance, but here a little bit shorter, they'll go for the field goal. It'll be Tanner Harding on to attempt this field goal from 34 yards away. Harding's kick from 34 is off the upright. No good.
Doinked it. He doinked it.
Looked like it was going to be perfect, but with that wind, it kind of blew a little bit to the right at the last moment and will be no good, and the Rams will take over from the 16.
And if you're Shepherd, obviously you need the momentum to swing back to your favor here. And it started to with the wind there helping them, and now they just got to go down the field and put them on top now.
Rams certainly capable of doing that in a multitude of ways. Now they'll spot the football around the 20. So 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Rams with 10:28 to go in this first half. 7-7 our score. Bajan in the shotgun formation, 3 receivers set. Brown the bank. Play action. Bajan slings it over the middle, incomplete. And if he could have got that ball to Ryan Beach, it would have been one-on-one between Beach and Bryce Shepard. And I think Ryan Beach is a very tough man to stop in space.
Yeah.
That could have been 6 for Shepard very quickly.
Could have been 6 running that, again, that slant route inside, and it's continuing to be what it seems like Shepherd is wanting to do, get the ball out quick here.
We mentioned the pass rush being pretty good for Notre Dame. They have an overall really good defense. Bajan again going quickly over the middle. That time complete to Jonathan Moss. Ron Salters in on that tackle. It'll be 3rd down.
And great job by Moss there to secure the catch as he was being hit and taken to the ground.
3rd and about 4. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. 10 minutes ago in this first half, 7-7 our score. Bajan in the shotgun formation. Moss.
Look for another slant here just to get those 4 yards.
They're showing blitz from Notre Dame, so the middle of the field could be open. Bajan throwing again quickly over the middle, and good strong hands by Jonathan Moss to make that catch. It's a 1st down, Shepherd. Again, they like that matchup, it appears, on Salters. And Moss, a tough catch, but a good catch, and it'll be a
2
1st
tough
down.
catches in a row for him.
One of those reliable guys for the Rams all season has been Jonathan Moss. It will be 1st down and 10 now from the 36. Tarek going in motion. They'll give to Ronnie Brown, and he is swallowed up in the backfield. Coming up and making the play was Xavier Perkins.
And you lose one on there. You don't want that if you're the Rams, as now the clock under 9 minutes left in this first half continues to roll, and 2nd down and 12 now.
Ball moved back to the 34-yard line. Bajan takes the snap, has time, steps up, throws incomplete. Low and inside, intended for Alex Wetzel. DeMarcus Rakin in coverage. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
That sets up that 3rd down and long, and you obviously can't really do it on a quick slant here.
Well, you could if he's
open enough.
Yeah, open enough, yeah.
He's got some space in front of him, but obviously going to need a few more seconds in the pocket from his O-line.
Hebron the back now to the left of Bajan. 4 wide receivers in the formation. Bajan looks over the middle underneath Ryan Beach. Beach using that speed close to the 1st down marker. And he did get it. So you can't do it on a quick slant, Spencer. Told you. If you get it to Ryan Beach, anything is possible.
I was about to say, maybe if it's to Ryan Beach. I don't necessarily know to anybody else. Ryan Beach seems to be able to, just juke people out of the way, get them out of the way, and get up the field.
1st and 10 now from the 49 as we approach 8 minutes to go in this first half. Rams driving in a 7-7 ball game. Bajan has pressure, rolling out to the right side. He'll look to run. Bajan tucks it down, slides smartly at around the 43-yard line. And a nice job by Tyson Bajan. Not known for being a runner, but able to get to the edge and pick up a solid pickup. Flag on the play as well. Ryan Beach laying down right where that flag was thrown. So could go here against the defense as Bajan tries to hype up that Ram crowd. Very good crowd on hand for this 2nd round matchup. At least on the Shepherd side. Notre Dame making the trip as well.
Unnecessary roughness.
Guessing it happened with something between Beach and the defender. It'll be an automatic 1st down. That's a big penalty. Because Notre Dame, while they haven't stopped the Rams so far, they've definitely made it tough. But now just a few yards away from being in field goal range is Shepherd after the missed field goal by the Falcons.
I believe it was on Antonio Holloway the safety.
So quick pass again, complete out to that far side. Morgan again on that reception. Down to about the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 3 from the 21. Morgan and Beach, the receivers to this near side. Gontarek to the far. Ronnie Brown the back. Bajent steps up quickly. Wide open is Ryan Beach, but he didn't haul in and couldn't make the catch. Pass falls incomplete. Dylan Spaeth in coverage. He had Beach on a linebacker. If he makes that catch, he might be able to score.
Yeah, I was about to say, it seems like he was looking too much towards that pylon, not enough to look the ball, into his hands.
3rd down and 3. Moss, Gontarek, the receivers to the near sideline with Beach in the slot. Brown remains the back on 3rd down. They'll fake it to Ronnie, sling it to the near side and incomplete. Intended for Jonathan Moss, and it'll be 4th down and 3 from the 21, and Shepherd has a decision to make. From here, it would be about a 38-yard field goal, but we mentioned the wind.
And it looks like they're keeping the offense on the field.
Not surprised. The Rams have been very aggressive all season long. They believe in their offense. They'll bring Hebron in to be the back. To the left of Bajent, 2 receivers set. Bajent looking to throw, wide open. Jonathan Moss, 1st down, Shepherd.
Gets inside the 10. Again, those slants keep working. So if those slants keeps working, you're going to keep running them.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Notre Dame is content with playing a lot of man coverage on the outside, and the Rams, they're trying to prevent the big play, but the Rams have been able to make the little plays and make them count with those quick slants. 1st and goal now from the 9-yard line. Bajent throws quickly again. There's the slant. It's caught, but short of the end zone is Josh Gontarek.
It's like he got to around the 6-yard line.
It will be the 6, so a 3-yard pickup. 2nd and goal now for the Rams. Bajent with Brown to his right. Gontarek and Moss, the receivers, to this near side. Caught. Jonathan Moss. Touchdown, Shepherd. Wide open was Moss again, and man, was he huge on that drive for the Rams. And the Rams take the lead for the first time in this ball game, 13-7 with 6:15 to go in this first half.
Yeah, and great job by Moss there with the hands. And again, if these short, quick inside passes, whether it be a slant or just coming to the inside, if they keep working, you're not going to stop running them.
So far, Rams winning that battle. And again, they've been able to drive and take some time off the clock, which this offense known for scoring quickly, but definitely have the capability of doing stuff like that as well. August Scriven nails the PAT, and with 6:15 to go in this first half, it's 14-7 Shepherd. We'll take a quick 30-second break and be back with more Rams football on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
We welcome you back to Rams Stadium. Shepherd 14, Notre Dame 7, with 6:15 to go in this first half, second quarter. The Rams able to drive down after the missed field goal attempt by Tanner Harden. The Rams answer with an 80-yard drive and take the lead for the first time in this ball game. Hayden August Scrivens with a high end-over-end kick fielded around the 1-yard line. And getting out to about the 18-19 on the return. Rams flying down there on special teams, and back coming the Notre Dame offense onto the field. So far, Spencer, they've moved the ball. They could have 10 points, but that field goal just hitting off the upright and no good.
Yeah, and it seems like they're the team that's content to just take over the clock, because they're probably going to take, if they can not get a 3 and out or have to force to punt early, they could run this clock all the way down.
Certainly very balanced attack and willing to take time off the clock, like you said. Brim getting stuffed there on the outside running attempt. Looked like an option. And Holloway, I believe, was the one to make that play. Holloway, Kyle Smith, the two Rams defensive ends, both good pass rushers, both pretty good in the run game as well. They'll move them around quite a bit. You'll see Robinson and Addison, for the most part, line up on that inside. That starting D-line for Shepherd, very solid. Brim takes the snap here on 2nd down and 10. Under pressure, nearly brought down for the sack, and that could be grounding, but they will say that the wide receiver was in the area on that far side. It was wide of him, but the pass, they're going to say it was wide because of the pressure, trying to connect with Boyd on the outside, and it will all of a sudden quickly be 3rd down and 13.
Yes, Shepherd really got there defensively. And the Ram crowd over there getting really rowdy.
Brim in the shotgun, looks to the near side sideline. 15 seconds to go on that play clock. Brim takes the snap, has time. So he wants the deep ball. He wants Patterson, and incomplete. Just off his outstretched hands of Davis Patterson. And there's that 3 and out. John Chaney, the man in coverage. He had him, but couldn't quite drop it in the breadbasket.
Yeah, if he dropped in the breadbasket, he could be running and being chased after.
Yeah, Patterson, a very solid wide receiver for this Notre Dame team. He already made a heck of a catch on the opposite sideline for a deep ball. That one just a little bit out too far ahead of him. And the Rams get that huge 3 and out.
And just a check of the bracket right now. Kutztown hosting number 4 New Haven. That game is scoreless, 4:24 left in the first half.
Here's a low punt fielded by Gonteric, and he'll look to make a play afterward, but a nice tackle there on the play by Cooper Graham, the linebacker on special teams, making a nice play.
No matter what, it sets up Shepherd with great field position now at their own 47-yard line.
And the Rams will get the ball to start the second half. So a chance here to really, if they can get 7 and make it a 14-point deficit, and then obviously do a nice job on that opening drive of the second half, it could get dangerous here. But we know Notre Dame is a tough defense, and if they can make some adjustments, they can certainly slow down this Rams offense. But so far, the Rams 2 for 2 on their drives. They'll run Hebron. Doesn't find much room here, running to the right side. Now he comes out of the pile, but they're going to rule him down.
That's the most interesting thing I've seen. He's now in the end zone, asking the ref why it's not a touchdown.
Yeah, they're going to say his forward progress was stopped, which did seem like the case.
Yeah, I thought he was down in that big scrum down there.
So, move the ball to the 47-yard line, 48, so about a 1-yard pickup. Will be 2nd down and 9. Hebron will have to go to the sideline. We'll bring Ronnie Brown in to the right of Bajan in the shotgun. Bajan pump fakes, throws over the middle, leap ball for Jonathan Moss, but good coverage there by Salters, and he knocks it away. 3rd down and 9.
And that was one of the longest times so far that Bajan's held on to the football, and he wasn't getting as pressured as I thought he would be by that point. And I think he just maybe threw it a second too soon because he had a few more seconds. He probably had another 5 seconds.
Chance Schwartz, the back. He'll run off the field. Now Ronnie Brown will be the running back for this 3rd and 9 from the 48. 14-7 Shepherd. Jonathan Moss, a wide receiver to the near side. Ryan Beach, Josh Gonteric to the far. Wetzel in there at tight end. Bajan over the middle, complete to Alex Wetzel. Wetzel trying to get to the sticks. He's going to be short.
2-3 yards short.
As we know, Shepherd very aggressive. We'll see if they go for it here. Looks like They're at least going to line up to do so on 4th and 1. So
maybe try and get them off sides here.
Well, I'd say they're definitely going to run a play. 4th down and 1 with Bajan in this offense. They believe in themselves. Ronnie Brown is the back. Bajan nearly got the lineman to jump. Now he'll look to the sideline. Everybody at the line of scrimmage pretty much. One-on-one coverage on the outside if the Rams want it. Notre Dame stacking this line of scrimmage on a 4th down and 1. Bajan throws near side. Nice catch by Gonteric, and he has the first down.
And not only a nice catch, but a great way to lock it in with both hands there as he gets forced out of bounds there for a first down.
Shepard in on that tackle. You have the coverage, but Gonteric with the strong hands to make that catch. First down and 10 from the 40 of Notre Dame. Bajan hands it off. Hebron. Stutter steps now, has a big hole. Hebron lowering the shoulder at the 30. And another Ram first down. First time we've really seen a big hole open up for Ty Hebron, and Hebron having success for Shepard. Down to the 27.
Yeah, definitely just great blocking by not only the line but as well as the receiver out there, and able to get a big gain. And now they're on the doorstep of the red zone.
13-yard pickup on the play. Down to the 27-yard line, first down 10. Bajan fakes to Hebron. He wants the end zone for incomplete. I think it was intended for Josh Gonteric. Salters the man in coverage.
Again, they're trying to go after Salters. He seems to be the weakness that Shepard's trying to get after here.
Second down and 10. From the 27-yard line, 2:32 to go in this first half. 14-7 Shepard.
Finally stopped the clock.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had that. Bajan throws complete. Ryan Beach underneath. Beach tackled in space. Down to about the 19-yard line. And another first down for the Rams after that pickup.
Rams just trying to methodically, not only run an offense methodically, but as well as take a bunch of time off the clock here in this quarter.
First and 10 from about the 17. Two minutes to go in this first half, and we'll have a timeout. Let's take the 30-second break. 14-7 Shepard. 2:03 to go in this first half. We're back in 30.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. 14-7 Shepard here. Second round of the NCAA Division II football playoffs. Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis here on the call. John Alderton, our on-site producer. Our cameramen this afternoon, Matt Miller, Donald Kenny, and Harry Brown, and Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. You'll hear from Colin at the half. Rams driving here for about 2 minutes before halftime. Shepard with the 14-7 lead. And the ball on the 17-yard line. Ty Hebron, the running back. 4 wide receivers set. Bajan wants to throw. Bajan looking end zone off the shoulder pad of Craig Leonard and incomplete.
And I know Leonard wants that one, or Bajan wants that one back. It's a little bit better of a throw maybe, and it would have been 6.
Looked like a pretty catchable pass for Greg Leonard, but kind of a tough maybe read on the football because Bajan threw it just over top of the defensive back, and maybe with the sun too, Leonard couldn't look it in. Second and 10 from the 17. Same formation, but now Wetzel in there at the slot formation. Bajent looking for Wetzel. He leaps up, makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. About an 8-yard pickup, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 from the 9-yard line. Minute 30 to go and running here in this first half of play. Gonteric, the receiver to the near side. Josh Pulse to the far. Hebron the back here on 3rd down and 2 from the 9. Pulse goes in motion from left to right. Bajent looking to throw on Gonteric in the end zone. Did he make the catch? He did. Touchdown, Rams.
Great catch there by Gonteric to figure out where he was and haul in the ball as he was getting his foot down inbounds.
Great grab by the veteran wide receiver, and the Rams extend that lead out to 20-7 with 1:07 to go in this first half. And as we mentioned, Shepherd gets the football to begin the second half. So at this last minute, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what the Notre Dame Falcons try to do to answer here. Hayden August Scriven on the attempt the extra point, and it is up, and it is through. 21-7 Shepherd, 1:07 to go in this first half. Let's take a 30-second break and return with more Rams football on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. Shepherd 21, Notre Dame 7. Here, Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us for Rams football action. About a minute 07 to go in this first half of football. The Rams taking over after the 3 and out, getting into the end zone, and now the ball falls off the tee right as August Scriven was about to kick it away.
Windy day here, obviously, in Shepherdstown. I was anticipating that to happen at least once today.
Yeah, the wind has been pretty heavy the past 2 days. We know a little bit about that.
Yeah, we do.
For those of you unfamiliar, we had a power outage yesterday. Luckily, we were still able to bring you the Martinsburg victory.
Shout out to those power workers.
Yep.
On Eagle School Road last night, getting everything back on. And we're able to put the second half on how we usually do.
August Scriven kicking it away and into the end zone. Well, coming up and fielding it now for some reason. Well, looked like for a second, I believe it was Hooks or Boyd. I think it was Boyd on the return.
Looks like he didn't track it correctly. He tracked that ball to go into the end zone, and it stopped at the inside the 2-yard line.
Right,
at the
so he
1
did
yard
have
line.
to pick it up, but you wonder why not just based on how that ball was going, just throw up that fair catch, and then it would be a touchback. But
yeah,
now the ball at the 16 with 1:01 to go in this first half will be interesting to see, because as we mentioned, the Rams get the football to start the second half. So how does Notre Dame want to answer? And they'll run the football.
Interesting.
Different back in the backfield. Again, they're without their 2 top running backs today. And on the carry that time.
Is that Hamilton?
Looks like a 26, which would be Robert Singletary.
Oh.
So Singletary the back. Brim throws near side complete. Patterson, he's been pretty good in this first half.
Yeah, Patterson, that 6'4" receiver, He can get up and get the ball or get in the ball, know where his feet is, and get out of bounds. Under 30 seconds now.
I'm not certain why they started the drive with a run and then a pass there. I figured they were running, they would just go to halftime. But nonetheless, first down and 10 from the 33, unless they just didn't want there to be a chance Shepherd gets the ball back. Now they're going to throw it deep down the far side. Oh, almost a heck of a catch. A penalty flag coming in. Conlife, the intended receiver. Looks like John Chaney was the man in coverage, and now he is slow to get up. If that is Chaney.
Definitely a pass interference penalty, though.
Chaney, I believe, was dealing with a hip injury earlier in the season. He's been kind of battling through that. See who this call is against. Looks like it's going to go against Shepherd. Tough coverage there.
They're going to spot the ball at the 48-yard line, looks like.
Maybe after the pass interference or holding, whatever the call was. But Chaney, I believe, was the man down. And he will get off the field, and it was John Chaney, the Rams veteran corner. He had an interception in last week's victory. So 1st and 10 from the 48, 21 seconds to go in this first half. Brim lines up in the shotgun formation with a 4-receiver set. Brim takes the snap.
Shepherd bringing the pressure.
Rolls out to the right, avoids Chris Lane, throws complete. Another first down for Notre Dame. Hauling in that catch was Reese Perkins, the tight end.
Now you've only got 13 seconds left, 12.7, but you've got 3 timeouts.
Well, they'll burn one here, so now 2 timeouts remaining for Notre Dame. And, of course, Spencer, it's noteworthy that Notre Dame has missed a field goal now.
Yeah.
I believe that was due to the wind, but again, they're still going in the same direction. And the Falcons trailing here, 21-7. They want to try to get a touchdown, I would think, with Shepherd getting the football to begin the second half. But you only have time for maybe 1 or 2 more plays, even with those timeouts remaining. So, again, that's why it was so interesting that Notre Dame started this possession with a run play, because then that killed 10, 15, maybe seconds of this clock. But I believe that was because, well, they didn't want Shepherd to have a chance to get the football back.
Well, and if you're the Falcons here, you definitely want to get probably inside the 20 because your kicker's now one of, I think, 6 now from between 40 and 49.
Definitely still need to get a little bit more yardage here at least. Your goal, though, and complete to Perkins. That will get you some of that yardage. Down to the 5, 5 seconds to go. Notre Dame can burn that timeout. And they will. And now have a decision to make. I think you run this one quick play, but no, you got to get it out quickly if you're Brim.
Got to get it out quickly, or maybe even you have 1 timeout left. Maybe you want to center it up, so you take the ball and you kind of get it in the center of the field, and then you call your timeout immediately.
Yeah, but then you run the risk of, with 5 seconds left, 6 seconds, I think you probably just throw it. You try to get in the end zone here. If you miss this field goal, I mean, your kicker's not kicking anymore. So, yeah. I mean, unless it's blocked or something like that, obviously. But, 6 seconds, that's plenty of time to run a quick pass. If it falls incomplete, you'd settle for the 3. So we'll see what the Falcons draw up here on 1st down and goal Perkins with some big catches on this drive. We hadn't really seen much of him, and then he has emerged with 2 big completions. He remains on the field to the near side with Patterson, along with Hamilton. And then Conlife, the receiver, to the far side. They'll go quick slant route. Perkins is there, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And they executed that perfectly because of where you had your linebacker. The linebacker and the corner were kind of converging, and they had that window, and they found the perfect window and got it in for 6.
21-13 with 2.7 seconds left. And Perkins, Reese Perkins, the tight end, the sophomore, coming up on this drive with 3 receptions, all of them big, and capping it off with a touchdown. And Notre Dame back in this football game. The extra point is up and good. 21-14, 2.7 seconds left, so we'll just keep it here before halftime. But Spencer, a great drive there from Notre Dame with about a minute to go. Had the ball backed up, I think even inside their own 20-yard line, or inside at least the 25 after that kind of awkward kick return. And the Falcons getting on the board here and cutting the lead down to 7. Now their defense will have to make stops in that second half, but they're right in this football game. These are 2, good football teams, and certainly a game that should end up being pretty close.
Yeah, we definitely anticipated it to be a close game, and when Shepherd got out to that 21-7 lead, I was kind of shocked initially because I know how good the defense is for this Falcons team, and they really need to come out in the second half and play a better defensive game to be able to contend and potentially get a win today.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a tough challenge going up against this high-powered Shepherd offense, and so far, though, we've had a good football game with about 3 seconds to go, 2.7 to be exact, before halftime. Expect a squib kick here and then head to the half. Shirky kicks it away. Fielded by the up man out to about the 36. And we'll head to halftime. Shepherd with the 21-14 lead over Notre Dame. Very competitive half between the Falcons and the Rams here at Ram Stadium. We'll take a quick 2-minute break and then come back for the halftime show. This is Shepherd University Rams football on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
This broadcast of Shepherd Rams football is brought to you by La Bella Vita and TaylorMade Deep Creek Vacations and Sales. Go to deepcreekvacations.com for more. And by Smallwood and Small Insurance. Go to smallwoodandsmall.com or visit them at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. We thank them for their support of Shepherd Rams football on WRNR TV on YouTube and TV 10.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme. Once you're in it, it changes you. Instead of one of one, you're one of many. A blissful sea of chaos. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
Dear college sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium. Shepherd with the 21-14 lead here at the Hapnick Verzolini. Alongside me is Spencer Dupuis, John Alderton, our on-site producer, Colin McLaughlin, our producer back in the studio, Matt Miller, Donald Kenny, and Harry Brown running cameras for us this afternoon. What's been a back-and-forth ball game, Spencer, and it kind of looked like Shepherd at least had a chance to pull away because a 21-7 lead, with about a minute to go before halftime. We know the Rams get the ball to start the second half, but a great response by Notre Dame to get the ball down the field and score that touchdown to make it 21-14 and get right back in this ball game.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously for Shepherd, defensively, they didn't want that. But you're up 7 at halftime. You can go in, you can make some second-half adjustments, and you're still winning. And you still get the ball to come out of the half.
Yeah, and you can still go back up 14. So adjustments will definitely have to be made on both sides. We know Notre Dame has a great defense, and they can make this a tougher ball game for Shepherd because so far the Rams have just gone down the field on all of their possessions and been able to get touchdowns. So it's going to come down to which defense plays better in the second half. That will kind of determine the outcome of this one.
Yeah, definitely. And you look right now, Tyson Bagent, 19 of 26, 73% completion percentage, those 2 touchdowns, and over 150 yards so far. So he's doing some good things like he always does. And obviously, like I mentioned, those slants really working. Getting the ball out quick is what he needed to do today in order to be successful. And it seems like that's going to be something that for the Falcons, they're going to have to come out in the second half and now change of what they need to defend, because it seems like they were just letting it happen during the first half, and Shepherd was just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, and being able to be very successful that way. And I think in the second half that the Falcons are going to have to stop that.
Yeah, it's kind of a pick your poison. We saw Kutztown go to a very similar defense. They were allowing the underneath, and that, of course, led to a victory. So maybe that's where Notre Dame's going with. Other teams have done that strategy as well, and it's been kind of inconsistently working. At times it works really well, and obviously at times it hasn't worked out too well. But Kutztown able to run it the best, obviously, because they were the lone team to beat the Rams this season. Notre Dame going with a similar strategy, but you don't want to give up those big plays down the middle of the field like we've seen throughout the season. The guys like Ryan Beach, Greg Leonard, Tarek, all the receivers have the ability to beat you deep. So it's kind of a tough decision when you're a defensive coordinator and trying to figure out how to defend this Rams football team. And one thing I think Shepherd will try to do better, also establish a little bit more of a run. But kind of go through the scoring real quick. The early lead taken by the Falcons on their opening drive, able to go down the field, take a 7-0 lead on Shepherd. The Rams answer with a touchdown of their own to tie it up at 7. Then take the lead on a Josh Gontarek touchdown to go up 14-7. And Shepherd again extending the lead there out to 21-7 right before halftime. And Notre Dame answering with the touchdown there with just a few seconds to go before the half to make it 21-14 our score. So taking another quick 2-minute timeout. On the other side of that break, Colin McLaughlin will have his score updates from around Division II college football playoffs and probably give you some Division I action as well. And then we'll get it back here and give you some more in-depth stats and analysis of this first half. This is Shepherd University Rams football on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
This broadcast of Shepherd Rams football is brought to you by La Bella Vita and TaylorMade Deep Creek Vacations and Sales. Go to deepcreekvacations.com for more. And by Smallwood and Small Insurance. Go to smallwoodandsmall.com or visit them at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. We thank them for their support of Shepherd Rams football on WRNR TV on YouTube and TV10.
Welcome into the halftime scoreboard show here on WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. At the half, Shepherd leads Notre Dame of Ohio 21-14. Let's look at some other scores currently going on in NCAA Division II football. Playoff-wise, it is in the Shepherd side of the bracket. Kutztown, who's the number 1 seed, taking on the 4 seed New Haven. At the half, those two teams are scoreless. Number 2, Bowie State, taking on Newberry. They're also scoreless. 11:26 to go in the first quarter between Ferris State and Grand Valley State. They are tied at 7 apiece. The other game going on currently in the playoffs has Valdosta State leading West Georgia 7-0. Other games kicking off today at 2 o'clock will be Angelo State taking on Nebraska Kearney, Colorado School of Mines taking on Bemidji State, and Harding taking on Northwest Missouri State. Again, those kick off at 2 p.m. A game that went final on Thanksgiving. Alabama State beat Tuskegee 43-9. Let's now look at some NCAA Division I scores. In the top 25 on ABC right now, number 1, Georgia, all over Georgia Tech with 3:09 to go in the second quarter. It is 24-0. The Bulldogs lead the Yellow Jackets. Ohio State has taken the lead against Michigan, who was up 7-0. Ohio State now leads 10-7 with 9 minutes 12 seconds to go in the second quarter. With 1:11 to go in the second quarter, number 8 in the nation, the Baylor Bears lead Texas Tech 17-3. Also in NCAA Division I football, number 18 Wake Forest leads Boston College 17-10. Number 24 Houston leads UConn 14-0. That's all the games going on currently in NCAA Division I top 25 games. Marshall kicks off at 3:30 against Western Kentucky, and if Marshall wins, they're division champions and will get to play for the Conference USA Championship. Also at 7 o'clock tonight, the West Virginia Mountaineers, last game of the regular season in Lawrence, Kansas, taking on the Jayhawks. West Virginia needs to win tonight to become bowl eligible. The pregame show on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10 will be at 3:30 for that Mountaineers game. And the kickoff again at 7. That wraps up the halftime scoreboard show. Again at the half, Shepherd leads Notre Dame 21-14. We'll now take another 2-minute break and then send it back to Ram Stadium for the second half with Nick and Spencer.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme. Once you're in it, it changes you. Instead of one, you're one of many. A blissful sea of chaos. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme. Where Cinderella teams dance with bracket busters and perennial powerhouses. Your fire fuels their flight. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. The Division I Men's Basketball Tournament. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
Welcome back to Ram Stadium. Shepherd with the 21-14 lead here at the half. Nick Verzolini and Spencer Dupuis here on the halftime show. Again, shout out to our crew, John Alderton, our on-site producer, Harry Brown, along with Donald Kinney and Matt Miller on cameras, and then Kyle McLaughlin back in the studio as we'll take a look at the stats, Spencer, and we'll start with Shepherd. You already mentioned the Bajan passing numbers. 19 of 26, 137 yards and 2 scores here in this first half. And Chris Brim, another really good quarterback. He's 12 of 15 for 153 and a touchdown. Look at the running games. Ty Hebron leading the way for Shepherd on 4 carries. He's got 20 yards and a touchdown. Did have that fumble, which resulted in Greg Leonard and why he has 11 rushing yards, recovering it because it bounced right to Leonard. And then Ronnie Brown, 4 carries, 16 yards. Bajan 1 rush for 8 yards. Jalen Boyd has been the lead back today for Notre Dame. He has 12 attempts for 46 yards. Conlife with the 1 carry for 12 yards and a touchdown. And, these two offenses pretty balanced overall. For Notre Dame, 31 offensive plays for 219 yards. And then Shepherd, 35 offensive plays for 192 yards. So it's been a pretty even game when you look at the numbers. Possession time, almost even. 14-17 for Notre Dame, 14-36 for the Rams. But the Rams, in some key situations, have been better than Notre Dame. 5 of 7 on third down compared to 2 of 5 for the Falcons. And, of course, scoring in all 3 red zone opportunities, and Notre Dame 1 for 2 in the red zone.
Yeah, definitely, and that's kind of where the key was. I picked up the stats, and I was looking 3 for 3, 1 for 2, and obviously when you have 2 good offenses, is you have to have good offense really to make it this far, to score a lot of points on a season, and to make it into the second round of the playoffs, you have to have at least an above-average offense to make it this far. And if your offense is 1 for 2 compared to 3 for 3, obviously the 100% compared to the 50% is better.
Yeah, and you look at some receivers that have stood out in this first half. Jonathan Moss having an absolutely great first half for the Rams. 9 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown. Josh Gontarek, 4 catches, 23 yards, and a touchdown. Beach approaching that 1,000
He's
yard
got
mark.
16 yards. I think it was 32 yards away prior to the game.
Yeah, 35, I thought you said. 2 catches, 16 yards for Ryan Beach in that first half. Wetzel, 2 catches for 16 yards as well. On the Notre Dame side of things, Davis Patterson's been their go-to guy. 4 catches, 62 yards, including that big 38-yarder down the far sideline. Jeremy Hamilton, 4 catches for 25 yards. Reese Perkins, all in that final drive, in that final minute, 3 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Conlife with 1 catch for 13 yards, and just 1 punt in the ball game from Notre Dame, which is kind of interesting how these two teams have worked in this first half. Some defensive leaders. Salters, the leading tackler for the Falcons, 8 tackles for him. Shepard with 5, Holloway with 5, and Dylan Spaeth with 3. And then for the Rams, Malik Holloway with 5 leading the way, along with Ponce de Leon with 5, Antonio Fox with 3, Chris Lane with 3 and 1.5 tackles for a loss. De Leon also has a half tackle for a loss. So pretty good first half between these two teams, Spencer, and pretty competitive as well.
Yeah, I think a key number here is you look over is if you're looking at Tyson Bajan's numbers, the way the stats are laid out, it has completions, attempts, interceptions, yards, touchdowns, longest pass, sacks, 0 sacks. Circle that number because coming into the game, Notre Dame had 44 sacks on the season, 3+ a game, and that's obviously a big key today is that being able to get the ball out quickly, and that kind of shows with his longest pass of the day for Tyson Bagent, 15 yards. Obviously getting out quick, being methodical about where he throws the ball, and methodical drives as well.
Yeah, neither team has a sack in that first half. Brim was not sacked as well for Notre Dame. We'll give you the scoring summary again here. Conlife began the game with his 12-yard touchdown run. Hebron with a 2-yard one to answer to end the first quarter and make it 7-7 at the end of the first. The Rams went on a nice little scoring run in the second quarter. Jonathan Moss caught it, the 6-yard pass from Bagent to go up 14-7. Gontarek scored from 9 yards out to go up 21-7, and Reese Perkins with the 5-yard touchdown reception from Brim to make it 21-14 here at the half. Let's take a 30-second break, and when we return, we'll have the second half kickoff from Ram Stadium.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme, where Cinderella teams dance with bracket busters and perennial powerhouses. Your fire fuels their flight. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. The Division I Men's Basketball Tournament. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
Welcome back to Shepherd University, Shepherdstown, West Virginia. Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis here as we get ready for this second half. Shepherd with the 21-14 lead here, and the Rams will get the football to begin the second half. Cameron Shirkey to kick it away. Back deep for Shepherd. Zane Lewis, along with Ronnie Brown. Kick will go short to the up man, and he'll take it out to about the 20, or actually about the 35-yard line. So really good field position for Shepherd, and I don't think that's what Notre Dame wanted there.
Yeah, definitely not, but right there, he leaped over the guy, the defender falling to the ground on the first to break the first tackle.
So here we go to start this second half. Shepherd and the offense back out on the field. Surprisingly, the Rams had less total yards than Notre Dame did in that first half, but Hebron the back, Bajan in the gun, and we begin this second half. Shepherd with the more points, which is the most important number at the half. Ryan Beach making the catch, running a man over out to about the 44-yard line. Ryan Beach setting the tone there to be in that second half with that catch and run. for a 5'6" wide receiver. Every once in a while, he'll lower the shoulder. He's not afraid of contact.
Not at all.
2nd down and 1 after the 9-yard pickup from the 44. Bajent, play action, fires over the middle, off the hands of Gonteric and intercepted. It's Shepard with the interception. He's across the 40 and finally brought down.
It's not what you want to have happen. That's just a bad play, a bad bounce, really. Maybe thrown a second behind Gonteric there, but you got to make that catch or at least push it to the ground.
So it bounces off of Gonteric into the hands of Shepard, and he takes it down to the 40-yard line. And now Notre Dame will take over offensively, and they had that momentum heading in to the half with the touchdown drive, and now with a lot of momentum to begin this second half. Brim back on the field, 1st down and 10. Boyd is the back. Brim play action. He wants the deep ball. Laying it out there for Patterson. Touchdown! Notre Dame!
And they just seem the Rams just can't seem to play great defense when they're throwing the ball deep.
Well, Davis Patterson is a problem. 6'4" wide receiver from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's already made some big plays to beat the Rams defense earlier in this ball game, and he is fired up here on this near sideline. Tanner Harding nails the extra point. 21-21, 14:06 to go in this first half. We're back in 30 seconds.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Well, we got a great ball game on our hands. Davis Patterson with the touchdown reception from Chris Brim. The Notre Dame crowd getting into it here at Rams Stadium. 21-21 with about 14 minutes to go in this third quarter, as the second half starting off with quite the bang.
Are the Falcons fans chanting MVP?
I'm not certain. Don't know who would be MVP, but they're just chanting. They're excited.
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, looking back at the history of the matchups and everything, this is a big rivalry from the Mountain East Conference days.
Yeah, they didn't play a ton of games because Notre Dame joined the Mountain East right around when Shepard was getting ready to leave. But they did have some good games back in the day. The last one, a win for Notre Dame. Shepard looking to avenge that loss here today. Bajent throwing an interception off the shoulder pads of Josh Gonteric. Now they'll run the ball, and that one is stuffed quickly. Coming up and making that play, Jack Koska, the defensive tackle.
And if you're this Falcons defense, your offense just basically puts you back in the ball game, and now you can give them another chance by stopping Shepard here, doing something that a lot of teams have not done this year.
2nd down and 10 from the 25. 13 and a half minutes to go in the third quarter. Bajent throws incomplete behind the intended receiver, Josh Gonteric. 3rd down and 10.
And again, it just seems like Shepard's a little rattled right now. They need to slow some things down, and on this 3rd down attempt, they need to get that 10 yards plus.
Yeah, it was really important, I think, for Notre Dame to get that stop on that 1st down run, because obviously it puts the Rams kind of behind the sticks and takes away their ability to build some confidence with a big run play. Here's the 3rd down and 10. Bajent throws off the hands of Jonathan Moss and incomplete. The Rams will punt.
And again, you haven't had to say that a lot this year.
No, Ryan Barrick while he's been a little bit more active recently, he has not had to do a whole lot of work. And again, Shepherd, one of the best offenses, well, is the best offense in college football Division II level this season. And now the Rams will punt it away. Ryan Barrick sends a nice low kick. Will bounce around the 35, roll down to about the 32. Conlife shedding off tacklers. He's got room to this near side and blockers in front. Conlife across the 40, cuts it back in midfield. Conlife inside the 40, inside the 30, and down inside the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has all the momentum to begin this third quarter.
And that should have been called a holding right in front of us at the 42-yard line, as the special team guy for the Falcons was clearly holding the defender, trying to get around him. But the refs didn't see that call, and now it's swing of possession. It's basically where Shepherd was on offense.
Yeah, big return by Conlife. It didn't look like initially he was going to have much room on the return, but was able to break open to this near side and get a good return and set up his offense at the 22-yard line. Brim in the pistol formation. Boyd is the back behind him. Conlife, the receiver, to the near side. Patterson, along with Hamilton, to the far side. They'll turn around, give it to Boyd, and Boyd is stacked up after a short run.
Again, it looked like confusion there. We saw that in the first half.
Yeah, I think he went the wrong way again, but Brim kind of adjusted.
Yeah.
Again, heading into this game, Notre Dame had some really good running backs that they have relied on all season. And both of those guys unable to play today, and Tyrese Dickerson and Idris Lawrence. Both of them out. Boyd's done solid, but doesn't seem to always know exactly where he's going. Second down and 9. Brim in the shotgun. 4 seconds on the play clock. He gets the snap off. Under some pressure, pump fakes and dumps it down in the flat, incomplete.
Two flags
on the far side. Let's see what this call is. 12:13 to go in this third quarter. It's going to be a holding against Notre Dame, the first real negative thing to happen to the Falcons to begin this second half. I mean, you look at it, Bajan throws the interception off the shoulder pads, or off the chest, really, of Josh Gontarek and into the hands of the defender. They come quickly with a long touchdown reception to Davis Patterson, and then a big punt return setting up Notre Dame once again here on second down and 19, though, after the penalty from the 31. The Falcons look to the sideline with 12 seconds to go. Now readjust. Brim steps up. Dumps it down in the flat, complete to Boyd. Boyd inside the 20 before being brought down. Chasing him down and making the tackles, Kendall Duckworth.
And again, the pocket was collapsing, but Brim able to get out of the pocket and buy some time there.
Yeah, again, he has that mobility at times to make some plays. Third down at 6, and now it's a third and manageable after having a second and 19. Pick up a 13 on that previous play, 18-yard line.
Play clock now at 10 seconds.
Brim looking to the sideline, adjusting at the line, knowing now they have to go a little bit quicker with a 3-receiver set to the far side. Brim looks over the middle. I think it bounced.
No, yeah, it bounced.
Trying to hit Conlife there.
So now you come out for a field goal attempt.
We've already seen one miss from Tanner Harding, but again, a lot of that looked like wind took it kind of off the upright. Harding, this kick from about 36 yards away on this near side hash mark. Good hold. Kick is up, and it's through. Harding nails the field goal gives the lead back to Notre Dame now. 24-21, 11:15 to go in the third quarter. This is Shepherd University Rams football on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 30.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme. Once you're in it, it changes you. Instead of one of one, you're one of many. A blissful sea of chaos. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. Notre Dame now leading Shepherd 24-21, right when it looked like things might go in Shepherd's favor in this one. The Rams holding a 21-7 lead with a minute to go before halftime and getting the ball to start the second half. I think everybody probably thought Notre Dame's in trouble, but the Falcons respond. They get a touchdown right before halftime, then get an interception to start this second half, get a touchdown, and then a big punt return setting up a field goal for the Falcons. That kick will go out of bounds, so not a good play there, and the Rams will have a good field position to begin this drive, down just 3. So after all that, though, that's the thing. Shepherd's only down 3.
They're only down 3, and back to this kickoff. That's the second time that it was on that side, and the first time it just kind of hit the numbers and didn't go all the way out of bounds. So Shepherd had to pick it up in the first half, but that one went out of bounds. And for Shepherd now being down only 3, just let each play come to you. It seemed like the last drive they were just trying to run everything too fast.
These are two really good football teams. We knew that heading in. Pretty much top 10 in both polls. Number 11 is Notre Dame in one of the polls. And here goes Ronnie Brown. Ronnie. Oh, can someone bring him down? Inside the 40 goes Ronnie Brown. What a run.
What a run by Ronnie Brown, and that just completely switches how this drive was. Started, on their own side of the field. Now they're at the 37-yard line of Notre Dame.
Yeah, big run by Ronnie Brown. He's a guy that can put a jolt back into your football team with his ability to make plays, and they're just carving up the Falcons secondary. 24-21. Notre Dame leading with 10:40 to go in this third quarter. The Rams, though, driving now on this drive. They'll go Brown again. He stutter steps. This time doesn't find much room. Falcons coming up and making that stop.
Yeah, he just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Nathan Moore making the tackle.
They're going to give him 1 yard on the... Didn't seem like he got that far, but okay.
Yeah, ball's spotted about the 36. So it will be a 1 yard pickup. Second down and 9. Brown, the back to the left of Bajan. Leonard and Wetzel, the receivers to the far side. Beach and Moss here to the near side.
Bajan switching some things up.
Bajan takes the snap, play action. Wants Greg Leonard complete. Greg Leonard sliding his way past the defender inside the 20. Nice job by the speedy Leonard.
And again, another quick pass. Those were working in the first half. You just got to get those quick passes out and make sure as a receiver you look them in.
Yeah, a couple of drops from the Rams, just not finishing the catches there in that first half, but nice job there by Greg Leonard, picking up the first down for the Rams. 1st and 10 now from the 18. Bajan adjusts at the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers set. Ronnie Brown remains the back. They'll go Brown. He'll bounce to the outside, then cut it back inside. And Notre Dame was ready for it and able to slow that one down.
Looks like he'll lose a yard.
Looked like it was Teddy Teo Ken making the tackle there on the outside. 24-21. Notre Dame with the lead as we approach under 9 minutes to go in the third. It was a 1 yard loss on the run from Ronnie Brown, so it makes it second down and 11. Bajan throws quickly, complete Greg Leonard. Greg tackled, though, quickly on the outside. DeMarcus Rankin making that tackle.
Only good for Gain of, what, 2 on the play?
It was about 3.
Yeah, so it'll be a 3rd down and 8 here.
See if Notre Dame's defense can hold. If they're able to force a field goal attempt. Obviously plays a big factor in this ball game. We'll tie it up, though, so Shepherd would go for the field goal, I think, in this situation if they are stopped short. Bagent hands to Chance Schwartz for the first time today, and Schwartz is not going to get to the outside. It started with the initial tackle there on the edge by Guam Lee. Lee set the edge, and then cleaning up the play, Notre Dame's defense was able to do that. Just a 1-yard pickup, 4th and 7, and we'll have a 32-yard field goal.
And I think if you're Bagent there, you really wanted the ball in your hands. You wanted to find a receiver.
High snap. Hayden August Scriven's kick is still good. So 24-24, 7:18 to go in this 3rd quarter. We're back in 30 seconds. Good ball game here between Notre Dame and Shepherd.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. Shepherd 24, Notre Dame 24.
Whole new ball game.
Yeah.
On a now slow-moving second half.
A little bit. 7:18 to go in this 3rd quarter. Two teams really battling here. Field goals from both sides after it was a 21-21 ball game. Hayden August Scriven to kick it away. Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis here for this 2nd round matchup. Again, the winner of this ball game will either play Kutztown or New Haven. Kutztown, New Haven, last time we checked, there was no score between the two teams in the 3rd quarter. If the Rams, or if Kutztown wins, they'll be at home for that matchup. The number 1 seed in the region.
Kutztown now on top 3-0, 1:33 left in the 3rd.
There you go. So we'll keep an eye on that one, but also we have a good one here. And Conlife off the kickoff return is going to get out to about the 17-yard line. Several Rams coming in and making that play on special teams. 24-24 our score. 7:12 to go in this 3rd quarter.
This is a big drive defensively for Shepherd because you really need to shut them down.
We're able to kind of stall out that last drive after the big punt return, only allowing 3. A good job by the Rams defense. But Brim in the offense back on the field for Notre Dame. And the way this game's played out, it feels like kind of a shootout is on par. Boyd running close to the 1st down marker. Chris Lane forcing him out of bounds. Antonio Fox getting kind of involved there on the sideline with some Notre Dame players.
Looks like it's going to be short of the 1st down by a couple yards.
Second down and 2 from the 25-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Perkins going in motion from right to left. Brim will hand to Boyd. Boyd stutter steps, bounces to the outside. De Leon got a face mask, I believe, is going to be the call. It was a good effort by him as he was getting put on his back by the defensive lineman, but converted kind of tight end, Jason Solo. So we'll see. This could maybe be a hold on Solo.
Yeah, because 84 was just really livid over there for a second. And 93 now putting his hands up like he doesn't know why.
I think it could have been just a really good block, and De Leon got his hands up there by the face. So they're going to call it on both teams.
So the offsetting penalties there. And that Falcons faithful that made the trip not so happy.
And that's kind of what we both saw, because you saw the face mask, and I was like, well, maybe Solo kind of got him for a hole.
Because I saw a face mask, and all of a sudden, he was on the ground.
Yeah, so definitely could have gone either way, but essentially it doesn't matter, and they'll run it forward.
Looking at this Falcons team right now, a lot of them look confused.
So it'll be third down and about 1. 3rd and 1 from the 27-yard line.
And if you're Shepherd defensively, you need to come up huge on this 3rd down.
Brim is under center for the first time today. They'll run the QB sneak. They get good push, and he has the first down. His helmet coming off, though, again. And Evans knows right away, I got to find my helmet now. So he'll scramble to the near side. Say, hey, where's my helmet? And everybody's pointing at it. He's like, I need a helmet. There it is. Evans now running back onto the field.
He didn't even grab his helmet.
Yeah, I'm not certain if he did. But I think he probably did, because if you ever try to fit somebody else's helmet on your head, it's not very comfortable.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 from the 30. And they'll run with Boyd, and he sheds off that initial tackle and finds room out to about the 33, 34-yard line. But now Boyd is slow to get up. He shedded off that initial hit by the Rams defense. And it's Lynch flying in there.
And if you're the Falcons, you really can't afford this, because you've already lost. You already don't have your 2 other running backs.
Yeah, and we've seen one other running back come in, and that was Robert Singletary. But we didn't see much of him. So Boyd's kind of been their guy. Like we said, down there starting 2 running backs. They're top 2 guys who have had solid seasons. Over 700 and 800 yards rushing from those guys. So this is an important injury. And it looks pretty significant here in a 24-24 ball game with about 5:10 to go. Boyd will come to a sitting position.
Trying to get him up. Offensive lineman coming out there to help. It looks like a lower leg injury. He can barely put any weight on that.
Yeah, they're going to just carry him off the field, so not a good look there for Boyd. As Josh Lane helping his teammate off. Boyd has ran hard. Very solid player, but now will be without him, and now they'll have to rely on Robert Singletary Jr. to be the back. Singletary is a junior back from Akron, Ohio. 2nd down and 7 for the Falcons. They'll give it to Singletary. Singletary running hard, gets met by Ponce de Leon.
And he almost got the ball out of there.
Yeah, I thought that ball was going to come out. But good job by Singletary to hang on to it out to the 37-yard line.
Sets up a 3rd and 3. And again, you have an opportunity here, if you're the Rams defensively, to force a punt.
Solo will run off. C.J. Kiss, the tight end, will come on for him. More of the receiver. 3 receivers to this near side on 3rd down and 3. Singletary is the back. They'll go Singletary. He lowers the shoulder, gets met by Chris Lane, and I think he stopped them as well.
I think Chris Lane had started on the 40-yard line and said, no one is getting past me.
Notre Dame thinks it's a first down, but I'm with you, Spencer. I think Chris Lane stopped him short.
They did.
And
put
they
it on
will
the
mark
39.
it at like the 39 and a half.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4th and inches here, and Notre Dame is going to bring Solo on. They're going to go big. Solo running on along with Perkins, and they're going to try to go for this.
Again, this is something at the Division I level in which you'd be able to look at it.
Brim under center. Perkins comes up behind him. They're going to try to sneak it. Addison got a good push. Brim didn't get as good as a push as he got on the first sneak. This will be close, so it'll depend on the spot.
It definitely will depend on the spot. Everybody on this side of the field, the Falcons side of the field, is pointing for a first down. But it looks like they may have to bring, are they going to count it as a first or are they going to call it a first?
Yeah, they won't measure. It is marked right at the 40-yard line, which will result in a Notre Dame first down. What they do, essentially, it's the Bush push. If you remember that play, which beat Notre Dame, the Division I Notre Dame, when USC ran that Bush push, and they run that with Perkins. Bush just pushing Matt Leinart into the end zone, and Perkins, he just lines up behind Brim and kind of gives him that extra push that worked really well earlier. Shepherd had a better push up front, but still Notre Dame getting the first down. And this time Brim going to keep it out to about the 44. That's going to be a late hit on out of bounds. McDade met him right on that white line. It was kind of close, but obviously with a quarterback, they're going to throw that flag, and he was heading out.
He was heading out. It wasn't a vicious hit. He just kind of pushed him as he was already heading out of bounds. And I think, the quarterback, he may have, not necessarily put his foot in the ground when he got out of bounds. He may have been in the air.
It's too close there not to throw that flag, and obviously that will hurt Shepherd here.
As the momentum's really swung here in this third quarter to the Falcons side.
Yeah, this third quarter has been a battle. It's been a battle throughout. Rams having some sloppy plays to begin the third. Still in a tie ball game. Singletary gets stuffed at the line. And that Ram defensive front establishing themselves. A lot of veterans up there. No gain on the play.
Yeah, that was Jack Baxter was up there, the true freshman.
Yeah, Baxter, one of those guys that's been part of that rotation. Not a veteran, obviously, but he's made an impact. Second down and 10 from the 41, 2:20 to go in this third quarter. Tied ball game at 24. Brim in the shotgun, Singletary to his right. They got Patterson one-on-one up top. They're going to look that way initially, then come back to this near side, complete the Kiss. Kiss with the stiff arm. Kiss down inside the 30 and has the first down. He beat Lynch to the outside and then just kept going. And Notre Dame continuing this long drive in this third quarter. Down to the 29-yard line is where they'll spot it. First down and 10.
And if you're Shepherd, you got to be gassed on defense right now. You just seemed like you've been out on the field for so long.
That first half, it was pretty balanced in terms of time of possession. But Notre Dame, as we mentioned earlier, they are very content with taking as much time as possible. Brim, quick pass complete for a first down.
And now Brim and this Falcons offense is using what the Rams were able to do with those quick slants in the first half.
Conlife making the catch. McDade going upstairs to make that tackle. So we're rolling under a minute 30 to go in this third quarter. The Falcons down to the 17-yard line. First and 10. Singletary the back behind Brim. Look goes with Brim on the keeper. He's got room to the outside, down inside the 10-yard line. Ponce de Leon forcing him out. Looked like initially like Brim was going to score easily.
Yeah.
but De Leon was able to get off his block and make it tough. So 1st and goal from the 6 is the final minute rolling off the clock in this 3rd quarter. Brim in the shotgun or pistol formation. He'll keep again. Same play to the outside. Good block by Perkins, but again,
forced out.
The Rams get off that block and force Brim out short of the end zone. 45 seconds now to go in this 3rd quarter. Clock will now roll.
4.
2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Brim now under center. Singletary the back. Adjusting at the line of scrimmage. Conlife the lone receiver to this near side.
Got the fullback in.
They'll now send Conlife in motion from right to left. They'll go Singletary. Singletary dances in the hole, pushing forward. I think he's going to be short. He is. A few yards. Good job by that.
As the
Rams defense looks like Bridgman and Baxter were in there. The clock will expire, and we'll head to this 4th quarter. 24-24. It's the playoffs. Like Coach McCook said in my pregame interview, Notre Dame's a pretty good team, and yeah, they are. It's the playoffs. Both teams are good, and we've had a great ball game here, just like we had in that first round. 24-24 our score. We're headed to this 4th quarter. We're back at 60.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where fandom reigns supreme. Once you're in it, it changes you. Instead of one of one, you're one of many. A blissful sea of chaos. Go beyond your limits and enter the NCAA universe. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
We welcome you back to Rams Stadium as we begin this 4th quarter on WRNR TV on YouTube and TV10 in the Berkeley, Jefferson counties. Unfortunately, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us for Rams football. 24-24, Notre Dame, 3rd down and goal. Brim looking to throw, end zone, Conlife incomplete. John Chaney in coverage.
Ball just thrown a little too in front of him, because if it was right on him, it would have been 6. Chaney was a little lagging behind there. It's good to see him back in the game, though.
Yeah, I'm not certain. Must have been probably a cramp earlier in that first half when he went down. So Chaney has returned. We'll have the field goal here, which obviously kind of similar to that one earlier that was missed, about 10 yards shorter, though. About a 21-yard field goal attempt here on 4th and goal. Take us up, and it is good. So Notre Dame regains the lead here at 27-24, 14:52 to go in this 4th quarter. We're back in 30 seconds.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. Notre Dame taking the lead 27-24 as we begin this 4th quarter on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Shepard about to get the football back, down by 3. The Rams defense able to hold there in the red zone. after a pretty long drive by Notre Dame. Some big plays from the Falcons, and they got some help also with some penalties going against Shepherd. But either way, Notre Dame takes this lead, and good job, I think, by the defense to hold strong there at the end. So here's the kick. Zane Lewis will field it at the 5-yard line. Lewis across the 15, gets out to about the 25, across the 30 before being dragged down then around the 33-yard line.
Great return there for Lewis.
St. Louis has shown some sparks. Isaiah O'Connor, making the tackle. 14:45 to go in this fourth quarter. Shepherd down by just 3. But the Rams have been a little bit slow offensively in this second half. Look back on it, Shepherd started with the football with a 7-point lead, threw an interception off the shoulder pads or chest of Josh Gonteric. That kind of allowed Notre Dame to get some momentum, but there's a pass off the Notre Dame defender behind Gonteric. Flag coming in. Antoine Holloway was in the perfect position to get an interception, but he could not haul that ball in, and there was a flag, so we'll see who this goes against. It might have negated an interception anyway.
Yeah, the referee's running in to talk about it.
Gonteric kind of talking back and forth with Notre Dame players, so I'm not certain this might be some sort of unsportsmanlike.
Well, there are 2 flags now, or is that just one? I think
that is one on the gold part of the Rams logo.
So are they not going to call a penalty here?
I think they're still discussing the exact call. Now we'll go to the official. What? I think it was a personal foul against Shepherd. It's hard for me to hear exactly what he had said, but he didn't give a signals. It's kind of hard to tell, but it might have been against both teams. I don't know. We got 2nd down and 10 here from the 33, so I'm going to just presume it was either no penalty on the play
or offsetting.
Bajan underneath, wide open Ryan Beach. Beach across the 40, across the 45, and has the first down.
And I believe he's now ellipsed 1,000 yards on the season receiving with that catch.
Yeah, or very, very close, because I think he needed about 17 more or so. Out to the 49-yard line, 27-24, Notre Dame leading. Beach coming to this near side, along with Jonathan Moss. Gonteric to the far side. Ronnie Brown, the back in the backfield to the right of Bajan. Bajan throwing deep. He wants Jonathan Moss. There's the pass interference call on Holloway. He never turned around and make a play on the football.
And if you don't turn around, that call is going to get called on you 100% of the time. You have to turn around if you're going to put your hands, if you're going to play that tough, tight ball.
So we'll give the Rams that 15 yards and an automatic first. So we approach the final 14 minutes in this fourth quarter. Rams look to the sideline. E.J. Morgan running onto the field. He lines up now this near side with Gonteric and Beach, the receivers to the slot. Hebron the back to the left of Bajan on 1st down and 10. Play action. Bajan throws quickly. Incomplete. Broken up. Wanted E.J. Morgan. Good coverage on the play. Like Riley was the one to break up that pass. So 2nd down and 10 from the 36. Bajan in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Under some pressure, steps up. off the hands of Alex Wetzel and incomplete.
And it's taken to the fourth quarter for Bajan to be really under pressure like that.
And the line has held up nicely for Shepherd throughout this ball game, really throughout this season. There's been a few times, maybe in Millersville there was a little bit of pressure, but Bajan for the most part has had time to operate all season. Adam Stilley, the center's been out for a few weeks, and there hasn't been much of a drop-off there either. So give credit to the Shepherd O-line for how well they've done. 3rd down and 10, dump down to Beach. Nice little cutback move.
I think he broke his ankle.
And Lee went down there, and he is slow to get up. Took a tough slip trying to get back to the shifty Ryan Beach.
And you mentioned that about Beach earlier in the game. He said you get him the ball's in his hands, he can make people miss left and right.
And now he definitely has that 1,000 yards on the season if he didn't already have it. Heard an announcement, but I wasn't certain what it was. It might have been that they were announcing that he has 1,000 yards on this season. So Ryan Beach, the very talented freshman, was the Rookie of the Year in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, and Lee still down on the field. So Notre Dame's had some tough injuries. Lee going down here doesn't look good. We saw Jalen Boyd, the backup running back, go down earlier, and it didn't look good.
Looks like Beach now has 1,019 yards on the season.
So not a bad freshman year for Ryan Beach, as he has fit in nicely on this Rams offense. They'll get Lee off the field. 13:43 to go in this fourth quarter. 27-24, Notre Dame with the lead against Shepherd. Lee able to put a little bit of pressure on that leg. Ball on the 26-yard line of Notre Dame for the Rams. Bajent with Hebron in the back. Jonathan Moss and Josh Gontarek, the wide receivers. Bajent fakes to Hebron. He wants Gontarek on the corner route. Caught inside the 5-yard line. A beautiful throw and a great job by Gontarek to get the feet in and make the catch.
What a great job by Gontarek to find the ball, turn around, and get the ball in his hands and know where he is to be able to get a foot down, and a great catch. And now they're knocking on the door of a touchdown.
Yeah, 1st and goal now from the 3-yard line. Beach on the field as Bajent sends Gontarek and Moss to the near side. No backs in the backfield. McCook is in there, and Ryan Beach is the receiver to the far side. Bajent looks for Beach, pump fakes. Throws back in the end zone, incomplete. Gontarek, the intended receiver, but really just a throwaway there by Tyson Bajent. I'm surprised they don't either bring Hebron or Schwartz into the ball game there and just run it up the middle. Now they'll bring
looks like
Hebron.
They might do that on this one.
Yeah. Walker coming in as well.
Just nobody open on that last one. A great coverage there by the Falcons.
It's much harder, obviously, to throw the football down in the red zone, down inside the 10-yard line. And the Falcons did a nice job on coverage. Hebron the back here. He'll get the carry. Hebron is into the end zone, untouched for the touchdown. And Shepherd regains the lead at 30-27 with 12:50 to go in this fourth quarter.
And obviously, Nick, you called it there. Should have run the play before. But they did it this time, untouched in the end zone, and now Shepherd back on top, grabs the momentum here.
Ty Hebron with his second touchdown run of the afternoon. And give credit to him and the offense for keeping confidence, because he did have that fumble, which while it wasn't costly because it ended up in the hands of Greg Leonard, it could have been. But they've kept Hebron in the ball game, and he's made his impact. August Scriven's extra point is good. 31-27 Shepherd. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Shepherd University Rams football on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. Shepherd now leading again against Notre Dame in what has been a back-and-forth ball game. 31-27. Shepherd with the lead. 12:50 to go in this fourth quarter. Hayden August Scriven will kick it away for the Rams. It's been a great battle between these two teams. Falcons getting the football back with quarterback Chris Brim. Hayden August Scriven will kick it away. It's a high kick. Heading into the end zone will be a touchback.
And a game everybody keeping their eyes on for between this matchup is who they would play. That's the number 4 New Haven at number 1 Kutztown. Kutztown has a 10-7 advantage with 3:10 left in the contest. Very
so defensive battle. The complete opposite of what we have here between Notre Dame and Shepherd. And, you know, some key drives. I think Shepherd has done a good job of bending but not breaking a lot defensively, which has helped keep them in the ball game and allowed the Rams now to regain the lead here at 31-27 with 12:50 to go in this contest. They'll run the ball here off the near side. And, wow, look who's back in the ball game. Jalen Boyd.
There he is.
I did not expect to see that based on how he left the game.
I only expected it because a couple minutes later while we were on break, I looked down and he was trying to test it.
Well, you didn't tell me that. Holding out on me, Spencer.
I didn't even think about it. I just saw number 3 and I was like, wait, he's walking around.
Well, Boyd is back in the ball game, and that's big for this team.
I didn't think he'd come back in. That was the thing.
8-yard pickup there, 2nd down and 2. They'll run Boyd, big hole, but closes quickly. I think he might have picked the wrong hole there as Kendall Duckworth came through with the tackle. Looked like he had some room here to this near side if he maybe cut it up behind the left guard, but he ran kind of off the right guard side, and Duckworth was there to fill the gap. First down, though, either way. So 1st down and 10 as we approach under 12 minutes to go in this contest. Notre Dame with the football. Brim in the shot or in the pistol formation. Some Patterson in motion. Play action. Brim wants the deep ball. Wants it on Cheney. Conlife, the receiver, and Cheney's going to get flagged at the pass interference. Could be a hold. He kind of grabbed up around that shoulder pad.
Yeah.
So we'll see exactly what this flag is, but either way, that's going against John Cheney. For Shepherd's sake, you hope it's a hold, but either way, a costly penalty.
Yeah.
And it will be pass interference. They picked on Cheney a lot, especially with deep passes. And with him coming back into the game, too, we already saw him kind of slow to get up on a play. So they know he's a little bit banged up and trying to take advantage of that. First and 10 now from the 49-yard line. 11:33 to go. 31-27. Shepherd on top. Brim adjusting at the line of scrimmage. Send the receiver in motion from right to left. They'll run it off this left side. Robinson coming up and making the tackle. The Rams want the football, but they're going to say he's down.
And this Falcons faithful happy there because they got lucky, but the Rams faithful on the other side of the field not so happy.
Notre Dame fans making the trip, pretty long trip for them. Saw that last week as well with Finley's fans making the trip. Brim adjusting. They'll take the snap. They'll give it to Boyd. Boyd looking good and running hard for the first down. Turns a 2nd and 7 into a first down. Notre Dame, Ponce de Leon making the tackle. And the Falcons driving again against this Rams defense. So first down and 10 from the 37-yard line. 10:40 to go in this fourth quarter. Notre Dame trailing Shepherd by 4. Brim in the shotgun form, or in the pistol formation. He'll turn around, give it to Boyd. Boyd finding another hole. Looks like the Rams want to try and get that football out.
Yeah. They've tried to get it on the last running play, and then the one they obviously called the ball down first. So that's 3 in a row.
Chris Lane making that tackle. 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard Boyd run. They'll bring Singletary back into the ballgame. Robert Singletary. Kind of a bigger back, 5'8", 200 pounds though. 2nd down and 5 from the 31. Brim in the pistol. 2 receivers to the far side. Brim takes the snap, play action. He wants to throw. Resets his feet, fires downfield underneath and intercepted by McDade. He underthrew that ball. And it looks like he had Davis Patterson, but just didn't put enough on that football, and McDade jumped the route and came up with the interception.
Yeah, what a great job by McDade. And this secondary has really been beaten by that pass so far, the deep throw this game, and McDade able to come out and jump the route and get the pick. And now Shepherd has the ball, looking to put themselves up even more.
Yeah, they can either try to really kill some clock, probably do a little bit both. Would be the goal. If they can get a touchdown here and kill a lot of clock, you're probably putting this one away. But Notre Dame's defense now will have the test of trying to stop the Rams if they want to have a chance to win this ball game. 1st and 10 now from the 5-yard line. Bagent in the pistol, Hebron the back behind him. I'll fake it to Hebron, and they want to go deep. For Alex Wetzel, and no flag.
Should have been a flag for holding.
I thought Spaeth grabbed the hip of Wetzel, but no call there. A little bit surprised.
Yeah, very surprised.
Especially because these officials have called it tight. And we saw in PSAC play a lot more was kind of let go if kind of both guys were battling and stuff like that. But we haven't really seen that today. I mean, these guys have been on top of the pass interferences and the holdings in the secondary. I don't know if they just thought that one was uncatchable or what, but probably should have been a penalty. 2nd down and 10 now from the 5. Bagent wants to throw, and again, could have been some holding, but that one.
There it is.
In the sideline, and you get the penalty.
It had to come from the guy next to, I guess, to be the line judge, really. Didn't come from the guy over here right in front of the play. Came from the guy behind the play. Which may, again, be the guy behind the play. Maybe he's letting some things go. And then the guy on the front side of or in front of the play let things go. The guy behind the play was like a little much.
So that will make up for the missed call on the previous play. I think both definitely were holding against Notre Dame. So 1st and 10 and get you out of that own end zone a little bit, out to the 15-yard line.
No longer in the shadow of your own end zone.
Bagent in the shotgun formation. Hebron the back to the left of him. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 in the near. They'll dump it down. Ryan Beach in space and looking to make a play. Beach across the 25 out to about the 27.
Making men miss left and right.
Yeah, I mean, you see there the corner on the outside. DeMarcus Racken kind of just stuck with his guy, and Beach had nobody on him, and if that's going to be the case, it's going to be at least a first down if you leave Ryan Beach in space. 1st and 10 from the 29. Bajent in the shotgun formation once again with Hebron to his right. Bajent throws quickly. Underneath, complete Alex Wetzel. Wetzel throws a stiff arm out to about the 35-yard line. Brought down quickly on the play by Holloway.
And the winner of this game will indeed travel to Kutztown. They get the 10-7 win as time is expiring right now.
So that game will be played at Andre Reed Stadium on the campus of Kutztown University in what will be a semifinal matchup. And a huge one. Quarterfinal, my bad. Yeah, that's right, because that would win the region.
Yes.
But still got a lot of time in this one.
Yep.
8:15 to go. Notre Dame trailing Shepherd by 4 points. The Rams are going to get a drive going. That time incomplete. Again, it looked like Beach was kind of held up on the line, but I didn't really see a penalty. Just a good jam at the line of scrimmage from Holloway, and the pass was incomplete.
Well, and Bajent was really feeling the pressure on that one. A guy came really unevaded.
So had to get it out quickly. It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 35-yard line. A crucial 3rd down with 8 minutes to go in this contest. Ronnie Brown, the back to the right of Bajent. 3 receivers to his left. Wetzel, the tight end here on 3rd and 4 from the 35. Bajent looking to throw. Has a little bit of pressure. Looking for Ronnie Brown on his wheel route, and it's incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Cooper Graham, the linebacker, and the pass falls incomplete. And the Rams will be forced to punt. So the Falcons get the crucial stop on 3rd down and will have a chance offensively with 8 minutes to go and down by 4. So again, it's going to come down. We've been here before, Spencer, where the Rams have had to make a stop in a crucial situation on defense. And for the most part, they've done that this season. There's a good punt here by Barrick that will bounce around the 25-yard line and roll out around the 19. And that's where Notre Dame will take over.
Yeah, Shepherd now 6 for 11 on 3rd down after unable to get the conversion on that last play prior to the punt.
Yeah, so we have a back-and-forth ball game. In the second half, a little bit less scoring than the first half, but still really competitive throughout. And Notre Dame in the offense back on the field. Shout out to our sponsors all season long, Smallwood and Small Insurance and Labella Vita, helping us bring this game or these games to you this season. Run here to the near side. Boyd again on the carry. De Leon in on the tackle. 2nd down and short for Notre Dame. 7.5 minutes to go in this one. It'll be 2nd down and about 3 after the 7-yard pickup by Boyd. Brim in the shotgun. Brim takes the snap, gives Singletary, running a trap play to this near side. Jawan Addison not being fooled on that one and makes a nice play. Along with Chris Lane. I think that was actually making the tackle. Saw a 0, but it was a 10.
Chris Lane there upends him after the forward progress was given.
Lane, the All-American linebacker. Absolute stud there on the inside for the Rams defense. 6:40 to go in this one. Notre Dame trying to drive down and take the lead, but Shepherd trying to hold on to this 4-point lead. We got a 3rd down and 1.
Crucial 3rd down here. They're 3 for 9 on 3rd downs.
Singletary's the back. Flag coming in.
Is it a false start or encroachment?
False start, that's huge. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's Jimmy Bursett. Again, he had one in the first half. And I believe Notre Dame still picked up the 1st down even after that false start in the first half. But now they'll be backed up 3rd down and 6 from the 33-yard line.
Shepherd defense.
23-yard line.
Seems a little discombobulated out there. Just got a guy off in time.
Brim in the shotgun, looking to throw. Has time, throws complete. Once again, it's Patterson. He's been a little bit quiet since scoring that touchdown, but he comes up huge there, and it's a first down for Notre Dame.
And if you're Notre Dame, you need these. You got to score. You got to score a touchdown here.
6 minutes to go. Shepherd 31, Notre Dame 27. Brim takes the snap. He wants the deep ball. He wants Conlife one-on-one against Cheney, and he makes the catch. Down inside the 30-yard line to about the 25 is Conlife. Brim has thrown some pretty deep balls. That one just dropping it in over Cheney, a mismatch on the outside.
Well, Cheney never turned around either.
Yeah.
If you turn around, maybe you can make a play on that ball.
He didn't really have a chance to. So first down and 10 from the 25. 5.5 minutes to go. Brim under some heat. Rolling out to the left. Now rolling back to the near side. Throws it up for grabs and intercepted. He thought there should have been a flag because his player was down. McDade coming up with the pick again. But you can't just throw that up and expect the penalty.
No, but I think that was the both feet. It looked like, from what I saw of that play, it looks like their feet got tangled up.
I mean, either way, I'm not certain what a veteran quarterback like Brim is thinking there to throw a ball up where his guy is down on the field and several Rams are around that football. McDade coming up with the interception again. That's just a critical mistake.
There were definitely other things you could have done. You could have thrown it
away or
you could have ran. You could have
even taken a sack would have been better than that. I mean, obviously not what you want to do either, but just an interesting decision by Brim, who, again, he's a veteran. He's a good quarterback, and you just don't expect that. But Ronnie Brown now. Otto. There goes Ronnie across the 25. Ronnie across the 30. Big run for Brown. Knocked out of bounds at around the 36.
And I mean, it's been a couple times today. You give him the ball.
Well, they're going to bring this back.
Probably taunting.
No, I think it was holding, maybe on the outside there.
I don't know. It looked like Brown was talking over there on the sideline to the defender. So it wasn't.
Yeah, it's not the NFL. They're not too soft on those calls.
That's true. There's been a lot of talking today.
And again, these two teams used to be in the same conference. A little bit of history dating back to 2018, though, so depending on years of eligibility and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to tell who was on the team back then and who wasn't. But they were mentioned that they wanted to get redemption for that loss, and wow, they're going to pick up the flag again.
Wow.
It's been the story of the afternoon.
Very much so.
The officials just want to, get that arm loose with the flags, and sometimes they throw them, and then they realize,
maybe we shouldn't have. Let's talk it over. After further discussion.
After further review?
No, I think the new phrase is after further discussion, Nick.
Fair enough. They didn't review it. They just talked about it. 31-27. 5 minutes to go in this one. Shepherd with the lead. The Rams looking to run this clock out. Or even put up more points on the board would help as well in securing this victory. There's Ronnie Brown running up to about the 37-yard line.
They're definitely getting very physical here in this contest like it's been, but,
Interesting to see what the Shepherd play calls end up being. Hebron is the back here. So often have they put the ball in Tyson Bagent's hands in crucial situations, but obviously here you want to try to run this clock as much as possible. They will put it in Bagent's hands. It's off the fingertips of Ryan Beach. There have been a ton of passes that either hit off fingertips or shoulder pads or off the chest and just haven't resulted in completions where normally they do, and maybe that has to do with the cold weather.
But also
the sun
getting
is
the
tough.
Ball out a lot faster, too.
Yeah.
Today, I feel like overall, Bagent's gotten the ball out a lot faster, running those quick slant routes.
So still, even with Brim throwing some crucial interceptions, if you can get a stop here, you have plenty of time to potentially take the lead and win this ball game if you're Notre Dame. But 3rd down and 9, you got to get the stop. Bajan in the offense looking to prevent any chance of that. Bajan will step up, he'll run. Bajan dives forward, but it's going to be probably spotted where he started to dive, I would think, because he's kind of giving himself up. They're ruling no first down. So that's a big run by Bajan. Good awareness of him to know where to go down there. So 1st and 10 from the Rams.
Your coach Mickey Menral for the Falcons not happy at all about that spot. He was pointing it out where he started his slide. Should have been a yard or 2 behind it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. Notre Dame does have all 3 of its timeouts. But Shepherd with a crucial first down there on a 3rd and 9 to get Bajan to run for the first. They'll throw now to Gontarek. Gontarek shedding off tacklers, getting down inside the 45-yard line.
And if you're the Falcons there, you need to play a lot tighter of coverage. He was wide open there.
Yeah, not wanting to allow the big plays, but sometimes those underneath routes can be just as effective.
Because he's got you a first down.
Yep, down to the 43-yard line, enough for Rams first down.
And again, the Rams really got to score a touchdown here to put this one in control, because if they score a field goal, that's a 7-point. That's literally a touchdown and a field goal extra point away from tying the ball game if you're the Falcons.
Yeah, or they could even just run out the clock here. But either way, touchdown or running out the clock is what you're trying to do if you're Shepherd. That pass low and incomplete. It hit off the turf.
Yeah.
Jonathan Moss, the intended receiver here on this near side. Second down and 10 from the 43. .249 to go in this ball game. Second and 10 from the 43-yard line. Shepherd leading by 4. Bajan will run with Hebron, running well off that right side.
And I was about to say, if you're the Falcons here, you take a timeout. You take your first timeout, and that's what they just did because of upcoming 3rd down.
Graham making that tackle. So it'll be interesting to see here what Shepherd elects to do on this 3rd and about 7. With a 4-point lead, 2:43 to go. What do you think the Rams go to here? Do they keep it on the ground and play conservative, or do they put the ball in the potential Holden Hill winner's hands?
I think you do that and you run another quick slant. And that's worked for you, I'd say 95% of the time today, except for unless it bounces off the hands of the receiver. Timing's not perfect. That's where you'd have a problem. But obviously, it's a crucial 3rd down here. 6 for 11 so far, I believe. Maybe 7 for 12 now. Not too certain if that number's changed yet. But this is definitely a big point in the ball game, because if you're the Falcons, I don't necessarily think that they'll go for it here.
No, they wouldn't
go
for it up 4.
You just put the ball, try to get it inside the 10.
We'll see what the Rams go to. 3rd down at 7. Hebron the back. They will put it in Bajan's hands. He's looking for Gontarek on that far sideline. Incomplete. Broken up. Good coverage there on the play. It was one-on-one.
And it looks like Bajan, the offense is staying out.
Well, Bajan wants to, but they're not going to. Good coverage on the play. A great job by Ron Salters, who they've picked on a few times, but Salters there running with Gontarek, 19 on 19. And Notre Dame winning the battle there. So the Falcons have a shot with 2:37 to go. And Shepherd will call timeout.
Interesting.
I wonder if they will discuss potentially going for it. I don't see any scenario where I think going for it would be a good option for Shepherd here, but also could have been multiple things on the punt here what they want to do? I don't know. But fourth down and 7. Because, I mean, you don't want to give Notre Dame 60 yards to go down by 4. You'd much rather punt it, put it back inside that 10-yard line or so. It would be the ideal situation from punter Ryan Barrick. 31-27, 2:37 to go in this ball game. It's been a very good back-and-forth contest here at Rams Stadium with a trip to the quarterfinals on the line in the region championship. Yep, the winner will go to Kutztown, play the Golden Bears. The Rams want that revenge.
Got to survive here the last 2:37.
Been here before with the defense having to make one last stop, and we'll see if Shepherd can do that. Barrick's punt will bounce at the 5, and it's going to roll into the end zone. You didn't want the touchback, but you'll take it. But again, only a net of about 20 yards on the punt.
This is do or die here for the Falcons. 2:29 left now. 2 timeouts in your pocket.
They've been able to move the football, but some crucial interceptions on the Notre Dame or on the Shepherd side of the field have cost Notre Dame some plays. Or some opportunities, I should say. Chris Brim with one interception on that last drive that just didn't make sense what he was trying to do with the football. McDade has came through for the Rams, though, on both of those plays. We got 1st and 10 from the 20. Brim in the shotgun. They'll run the football. Kyle Smith sniffing it out for the Rams. Singletary on the carry. Short pickup. Be 2nd down.
And this clock's still running, and that's, if you're the Rams, you want the clock to run.
Notre Dame has kind of been here before. 1 minute to go before halftime, and they drive it down and get a touchdown to make it a 7-point game at the half. Brim throwing far side incomplete. Wanted Conlife. Quickly, it's 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and obviously this is 2-down territory. You don't punt it away with 1:50 left in the contest.
And only 2 timeouts for Notre Dame as they had to burn one on that last drive. So 3rd down and 11, 1:55 to go. Shepherd leads by 4. The winner goes to the quarterfinals of the NCAA Division II tournament. Brim trying to adjust. They only have 3 on the play clock. He gets the snap off. Brim looking to throw complete underneath. There's Hamilton for the first time in a long time, and Hamilton has the 1st down.
Well, if you're Hamilton, I don't know why you run back in the field. You could have just run along the hash marks and then gotten out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Because you're at 1:45. The clock stops for the 1st down, but it's going to start here once they set it.
Yeah, could have got out of bounds. He had the 1st down there, but I guess he was trying to make more out of that play than what it was. Brim, with time, throws near side, incomplete, short of Conlife, the intended receiver. Good coverage by McDade. Be 2nd and 10.
You also had he was feeling the pressure there from Shepherd.
1:32 to go. This is the final drive here. Notre Dame looking to break the Rams' hearts, but the Rams are going to hold on and win this one. Nearly got the offsides, or the offsides probably. Brim wants to go deep and does, and incomplete. Again intended for Davis Patterson. That time, though, no pass interference. Cheney with pretty good coverage there on the outside. We've seen that a lot, and they're going to call a penalty against Notre Dame. That's where they signaled.
I don't know. Now I'm confused because the ball is
exactly where it was, but I thought he signaled a penalty, so I don't know. Brim in the shotgun from the 43. It's a 5-yard penalty. I guess he just pointed the wrong way because they're going to call it against Shepherd. Brim out of bounds. De Leon will not get flagged there because
hands
momentum kind of forcing both of them out. He really didn't hit them. He just kind of ran into him, I guess, what you could say. So first down pickup.
That was smart there by Brim to get out of bounds, because now you can slow it down getting to the snap here, because you have the play clock to worry about.
First down and 10. Play clock rolling down to 15 seconds. Brim in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side. Brim looking to throw. He steps up in the pocket, gets away from Jawan Addison. Kyle Smith making the tackle from the backside. Good job by Brim to tuck it away, but Kyle Smith, the Rams' outside linebacker / defensive end, very tough guy to contain, and now, or not Shepherd, but Notre Dame will be forced to call a timeout.
Yeah, and this is very critical because you're down to one timeout after this. And you have 50 or 45 yards to go.
1:12 to go in this ball game. It's a 1-yard pickup on the carry. Second down and 9 from the 46-yard line. It's been a great football game between Notre Dame and Shepherd, and it all comes down to this final drive.
And you can't settle for a field goal here because you'll be down 1. It's a touchdown or nothing here if you're the Falcons. You got plenty of time.
That field goal missed earlier in the ball game, which is important because obviously then it would be just a 1-point game. But that field goal missing wide or off the right goalpost.
Well, it's important here they used a bunch of time. So if they get a touchdown, doesn't give Shepherd much time.
Second down and 9. Still have a long way to go. But there's Boyd out of the backfield.
And if you're the Shepherd Rams, obviously there was something wrong there defensively. You don't let the running back that wide open.
Well, that's a little bit of the Rams' favorite play, Ronnie Brown on the wheel route. He's done that so many times. There's Boyd on the wheel route down to the 26-yard line. And a first down for Notre Dame, and they get out of bounds with 1:06 to go in this ball game. Brim in the shotgun, he'll take the snap. He wants Boyd again, and he gets clocked. Kendall Duckworth laying the boom.
That was a perfectly legal hit there. That was not a hit to the head like all the Falcons coaches and team members are talking about. That did not look like a hit to the head, at least from our vantage point.
Right. And the officials as well. They did not throw that penalty. Duckworth coming down and making that hit and breaking up that pass. I think he just read it well and looked like he went to the chest with just kind of a shove, essentially. It wasn't really even a tackle-like formed play. So second down 10 from the 26. Brim under pressure. He escapes Addison, fires near side, complete to Singletary. Lynch makes the tackle.
Now that
didn't get out of bounds.
Forces the Falcons to use their final timeout.
Yeah, you didn't want to have to hurry up on a third down play, so they'll call that timeout to draw things up here, Spencer. And you have 2 downs to work with. Plenty of time, 53 seconds, so not the worst time to get the timeout. Ball on the 21. 4-point ball game. Shepherd 31, Notre Dame 27. Two teams that used to play in the MEC back in the day, meeting here with a chance to go to the quarterfinals and play Kutztown to win the region and then advance to the semis. And third down and 5 for Notre Dame. And 2 down territory here in this point in the ball game with 53 seconds to go. A lot riding, though, on this play.
Yeah, and if you're the Rams, you can obviously bend but not break here because they have to get a touchdown.
Brim will line up in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers bunched to the far side. Davis Patterson, who's been a big receiver for them, is the guy they near. Brim takes the snap, fires for Patterson in double coverage. I don't think he got a foot in there. He did. Incomplete.
No way he got a foot in.
It's a great effort. .47 seconds now. 4th and 5. This is the ball game. Shepherd's defense has been in this situation before in several games this season. Date back to the Westchester game, they made the play. Against Findlay, they made some crucial stops. They're trying to do it now against Notre Dame, which would be the biggest stop of the season. Brim takes the snap. Has time, throws far side, jump ball!
Did he get it?
Oh my gosh, Conlife made the catch in double coverage for the first down.
Oh my gosh. How did they make that catch? Now Shepherd Ram down.
Wow.
They'll be forced to take a timeout.
I thought there was no way that Conlife would make that catch, but he did. The player down on that far sideline is John Chaney, who just had kind of a rough one today, not only fighting through injuries, but just has been the guy that Notre Dame has gone at throughout this ball game. So with 41 seconds left, the Falcons pick up the first down. It's 1st and goal from the 6. Shepherd with the 31-27 lead.
Well, if you're a football fan here, this is the type of game you want to see. Not necessarily if you're a Shepherd fan, you're probably biting your nails right now. But this is definitely a football fan's game to see, coming down to the final play, the final minute, the final seconds.
Great ball game between two really good football teams. This is what we expected. Singletary the back to the left of Brim here. They'll go Conlife in motion. Brim takes the snap, rolls to the left, fires, end zone, broken up and incomplete. Devin Lynch breaking that pass up, intended for Conlife again. A risky throw here from Brim. He doesn't need to make that type of pass with it only being 1st and goal, but he did decide to go for it.
Yeah, that's definitely rather risky because you not only you have 2 receivers in the area, you also got 2 defenders in the area.
So 2nd and goal now from the 6. Notre Dame will change up the offense a little bit here. They'll go 3 receivers to this near side. Perkins, the tight end, in the slot. It's actually going to be 4 receivers. Conlife looks, end zone, caught! Hamilton, touchdown! Notre Dame with 28 seconds to go. Hamilton. Jeremy Hamilton stands at just 5'7", 180 pounds, the senior wide receiver from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Just gave Notre Dame the 33-31 lead with 28 seconds to go. The extra point is through.
Wow, this is a ball game.
This has been a great ball game between 2 really good teams. But there's still 28 seconds. Bajent and the number 1 offense in the country will take over, and they can get a field goal to tie.
The only problem here is with that injury on the far side, they were forced to take a timeout. Now you're only down to 1 timeout left because if you had 2 timeouts left, you could run at least one of those inner slant routes.
And now you're going to have to work the sidelines, which really we haven't seen Shepherd do much of because that middle of the field has been where they've done their damage. So one more drive potentially to decide the Rams season. With 28 seconds to go, 34-31. You take back to that Conlife catch on 4th down. One of the best catches we've seen this season. And then the touchdown to Jeremy Hamilton. And now it all comes down to this drive here. It'll be interesting to see what Notre Dame likes to do on the kickoff side of things. Will they kick it short? Or will they kick it and try to get the touchback? Shirky's kick, a high kick. It will be fielded around the 24 by Ronnie Brown. He's dangerous. There goes Ronnie across the 40. Out of bounds around the 44.
Gives you a great field position, 20 seconds left.
Yeah, I feel like you're better off kicking that one deep.
Yeah.
But that's what they elected to do.
I mean, they got to go
50 seconds.
What is it, 55 yards versus 80 yards or 75 yards? I would take the 75
either way,
yards.
they only need, Hayden August Scriven, the kicker, hasn't attempted a lot of long field goals this season, but you could probably get in his range and it's certainly much easier in this situation for the 45-yard line. Bajent will look to throw, steps up. Over the middle, Ryan Beach in space inside the 30, inside the 25 before he's brought down.
And I guess you're going to take the timeout here.
It's not over yet with the Rams offense. It has been.
The Rams will take their final timeout here. 10.6 seconds left.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to maybe try and go.
You have one shot, I think, at the end zone,
Yeah.
and then you kick that field goal, and you send this one to overtime, or at least you attempt the field goal, I should say, because nothing is guaranteed. As we've already seen today, a missed field goal from Notre Dame. So both these teams have just been in this fight throughout. It's been a great ball game. Hayden August Scriven on the season, 7 for 8 on his field goal attempts. His long is 43 yards. From here, it would be about a 41-yard field goal. So Bajent in the offense, though, will probably take that one shot at the end zone, you'd like to think, and win this ball game in regulation. Bajent takes the snap. Has time. Rolls out to the right. 5 seconds. Throws. Enzo got Tarek! He got a foot in!
Wow.
Touchdown, Shepherd!
Wow.
The Rams are going to win it on the final play of the game.
What a catch in the end zone, and be able to find a foot down is all he needed, and the Rams are going to the quarterfinals.
Oh my gosh. I looked up at the scoreboard because I'm like, how much time does Bajent have as he extended that play? And he found Josh Gontarek for 6. This place is going bananas. Wow. Somehow Gontarek was able to drag that foot in with 1.9 seconds.
Well, in 20 seconds was
2 plays, touchdown.
Yeah, 20 seconds was too much time on the clock.
Again, they kicked it short. Ronnie Brown's kick return, getting it out to the 45-yard line, gave the Rams a shot at a touchdown probably with just the one timeout remaining. Hayden August Scriven now to attempt an extra point, which is important because, 1.9 seconds. I mean, so I don't know, but either way you want to put it through. Extra point is up and good. Now
we got a scrum on the field.
Yeah, this
Flag
is just
comes
unnecessary. Looked like Holloway for Notre Dame just got into it there with a Shepherd player, and it's frustration. I mean,
yeah, your season's coming to an end. Your career could be coming to an end.
Let me tell you, talk about the Holden Hill Award. That's it.
That's it right there.
That's it. Give it to him.
Book
Tyson
it right now.
Bajent. That's his moment. So they're going to rule it good and go with the penalty. It'll go on the kickoff with 1.9 seconds left. So you make a tackle and the ball game's over. You not even necessarily have to do that if you can get the squib and make it, tough on any return.
And if you're Gontarek, this is why you decided to come back for that year.
That's why you transferred from Shippensburg to Shepherd.
Yeah, well, that's why you wanted to play football. You wanted to play for these moments, and you just got that moment, Gontarek.
What a ball game. It really feels like these are two of the top teams in the country. Obviously, we haven't seen every team play, but, I mean, just how well Notre Dame has played this season and how well Shepherd has played, and you look at the numbers and you see that these are, some great football teams. This game certainly sets the road for the playoffs and how fun this is here at the Division II level. You don't get this at Division I in terms of a lot of playoff games and also a lot of good football games at the end of the season. Hayden August Scriven will kick it away. .9 seconds, 38-34. There's that squib kick. Takes a good bounce for Shepherd. Now the lateral game. Conlife. It might have been a forward lateral. I'm not certain. No flag on the field yet. They'll throw it back, and the Rams bring them down, and they're headed to the quarterfinals. A trip to Kutztown is coming next week for Shepherd after the 38-34 win on the Bajent throw.
And there's a scuffle down there.
Herrick.
There's a scuffle down there between the two teams, and there's one at midfield as well. You got two scuffles between both teams here, one near the end zone, one at 50-yard line. Obviously, emotions running high for a team that just got kicked out of the playoffs.
Yeah, and obviously a little bit of a rivalry between these two schools. It was a hard-fought game on both sides, but they got to get 4 out of this game. Holloway, I believe, is who that is.
I mean, it just keeps going.
Yeah, Holloway's got to get off the field. I mean, he's caused issues now on the last 2 special teams plays, but, I mean, that's just unacceptable.
See, you see what's going on there, but then you look right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
that's sportsmanship right there.
It's not the entire Notre Dame team. A lot of the players here are very emotional on the sidelines, but just one guy makes it look bad for the entire team, which you never want to see. But a great ball game here today, which I think is what we should emphasize here at the end. Spencer, 38-34, Shepherd with the win over Notre Dame. And, well, I'll wrap it up in the post-game show next. The Rams get the win, and we'll head to the quarterfinals and play the Kutztown Golden Bears, the lone team to beat the Rams this season. It will be a great one up at Kutztown University. Looking forward to it. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the post-game show.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.